Hello everyone, can you all hear me perfectly fine? Can you all see me perfectly fine? Can you all see my screen perfectly fine as well? Can I get a big yes in the chat box if that's the case? I see so many people dropping in a big yes. Good evening, good evening. Hello Aditya, hello, how are you? Yes, awesome, amazing. Yes. Superb. Guys, a very warm welcome. Okay, a very warm welcome to each and everyone present over here. Welcome to the 4 days Financial Freedom Accelerator program, which is the ultimate way. Okay, it is the ultimate way to help you make money from stock trading along with your job, generate massive investment returns, master personal finance, live a life of abundance, and become financially independent as well. All of this in this 4 days Financial Freedom Accelerator program, and today marks the day one. Okay, today is the day one of the Financial Freedom Accelerator program. Okay, so guys, how many of you, by the way, have been waiting for this program? Okay, how many of you have been waiting for this program, like it just since the time you knew about the program in the workshop or in the intro call, you were just waiting up for the program ki, when will it happen? Me, very interested, was waiting. Me. Superb. So now guys, your wait is absolutely over. Okay, I can guarantee you. Okay, I can in fact actually guarantee you that these 4 days would be a complete game changer for you. Type in GC in the chat box. If you're looking for something completely game changing in the 4 days of the Financial Freedom Accelerator program. GC. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry for the cough. I am having a very bad throat. Just apologies for that. Hope you all cope up with me for this. Okay, I'll try to give my maximum possible energy, but just cope up with the bad throat that I'm having. Okay, I'm sorry about it. Okay, done. Okay, so today is the day one of the FFA program, and talking about the rules of the FFA before we deep dive into the program, let us quickly cover the the rules of the program so that all of us are on the same page. Okay, rule number one: submerge for the next 4 days. I want all of you to be absolutely submerged for the next 4 days. Absorb all the information that we have to offer to you. Number two, empty the cup. I'm sure you would have listened to finfluencers over YouTube, over Instagram, and you would have some preconceived notion about the stock market. I that is awesome. I want you to, for this 4-day FFA program, we'll be teaching you everything right from basics. You did not have any sort of prior knowledge, so I want you all to empty the cup. Come with a empty knowledge and gain all the knowledge that we have to offer, because half big knowledge is not good. Okay, so that is the agenda. Empty the cup. Number three, take notes. Very important. Keep your pen and paper ready and take notes throughout the session. Very important. Okay? Because if you don't do it, guys, I can guarantee you that after 3 hours you will regret it. You will actually regret that you did not take notes for the session, because there are no recordings for the sessions. Okay? Number four, join in from your laptop if possible. If it is not possible, phone is okay, but if possible, join in from your laptop, do the work and take notes. No recordings available, as I mentioned. I have specially requested my mentors to come and take all these 4 days of the session live. That is why no recording. Everything will be completely live only. Okay. Number six, no negativity. Absolutely no negativity in the chat box. I want all of you to be very positive. Okay. Number seven, no entitlement mindset. ठीक है, नो एंटाइटलमेंट माइंडसेट एट ऑल कि मेरे को तो ये आता है बहुत ही अच्छा, दैट इज सुपर, बट नो एंटाइटलमेंट माइंडसेट एज सच. ठीक है. नंबर the next one, participate and be the most active you have ever been on a Zoom call. Okay, be the most active you have ever been on a Zoom call. The more the energy that you give, the more the learning would be, and you will be the more the attentive you are, you pay attention, you will not lose out on opportunities. Can I are the rules of the 4-day FFA program absolutely clear to each and everyone? Can I get a clear in the chat box if it is absolutely clear, and if we are on the same page regarding the rules of the program? Clear. ठीक है, चलो मूविंग फॉरवर्ड नाउ विथ एफएफए. ठीक है, विथ एफएफए वी हैव 3 simple missions. Like, why are we conducting FFA? There are 3 simple missions behind it. Okay, what is mission number 1? Mission number 1 is to to help you get the right stock market knowledge that no one really tells you or talks about. Okay, the absolute correct stock market knowledge, no misguidance, no half baked knowledge, nothing like that. Okay, the right stock market knowledge that you really need, okay, which no one really tells you about or talks about. That is mission number one. How many of you are aligned with me on mission number one? Type in M1 in the chat box if you are aligned with me on mission number one. M1. Perfect. Okay, then what is mission number two? Mission number two is to help you understand, okay, help you understand how you can make an additional monthly income, okay, additional monthly income along with your job, along with your work, by doing profitable trading every single month. Okay, that is mission number two. How many of you are looking forward to mission number two? Type in M2 in the chat box if you're looking forward to it. M2, M2, superb. Then comes mission number three. What is mission number three? It is to provide the insider secrets to becoming rich after taking the middle class journey myself to the top 1%. Okay, in fact, I can tell you guys that at my age, I am among the top 1% of the 1%, like among the top 0.01% at my age. Okay, so I have taken this route myself, and I want to provide all the secrets. Okay, I want you all to absorb all the secrets that I have learned over the last few years, via which I have been able to generate generational wealth for myself, and I want to give all of that knowledge to all of you. How many of you are aligned with mission number three? Type in M3 in the chat box. M3. Okay, now guys, whatever you are going to be learning in the program, okay, it has helped me build generational wealth for myself. Okay, if I have to show you my bank account screenshot, then this is my bank account screenshot. You can have a look at it. It is about 22.68 crores. Okay, now talking about the money that I have been able to make from the stock market, you can look at my portfolio, the screenshot of my verified Zerodha portfolio between September 7 2023 to the end of last year, December 31 2024. This is the net realized PNL that I've been able to achieve. So all of this I've been able to do with everything that you are going to be learning in the program. So basically the point being, whatever you're going to be learned has helped me build generational wealth for myself. Okay, and how have I been able to do this? You might have this question, Aditya, you are a data mentor and AI mentor, how you are so successful in the stock market? Guys, one very, very simple reason: because I owe everything to them. It is because of my mentors, and biggest reason behind my success in stock market. Who am I talking about? I am talking about Rahul Chandra sir and Prateek Chakrabarti sir. I know I mentioned about them already in the introductory call as well, but I'll give you a quick glimpse about their profiles once again, about Rahul Chandra sir and Prateek Chakrabarti sir, who were my mentors, who taught me everything when it comes to when it comes to the knowledge about stock market. How have I been able to achieve something like this? Okay, because of them. Talking about more about Rahul sir, he is someone who is a CFA holder, one of the toughest exams in the world, L1, L2, L3 all clear, CFA charter holder, a FRM charter holder, and a CAIA charter holder as well. All three combined, known as the triple crown in the world of finance, and he is one of the 2700 people who are among the triple crown in the world of finance in the entire world, not just India, in the entire world. How many of you are mind blown listening about this stat about Rahul Chandra sir? One of the 2700 people in the entire world. Okay, besides this, he is someone who is worked as in global equity research, investment banking and private equity for over 8+ years, worked as an investment banking analyst at Society General, capital markets analyst at Goldman Sachs, US and European private equity analyst, specializing in valuing private companies and early stage startups at one of the top 10 PE firms in the world. Now, besides Rahul sir, there is Prateek Chakrabarti sir as well, who is among the top 0.01% people when it comes to all the jobs in the world of banking and finance industry. Okay, he is a hedge fund trader, a top 0.01%, like the best of the best people in the entire world of banking and finance. They are hedge fund traders, so he is among them. Okay, talking more about Prateek sir, he is a prop trader. Okay, prop trader at an options desk in Mumbai, managed 25 crores in wealth. Futures trader at a global hedge fund in London, managed $20 million or 170 crores over there as well. Okay, he has traded in global markets and securities for 9+ years. What are the securities and what are the securities Pratik has traded in his career? Commodity futures, US and European indices, interest rate products, Indian equity and FNO, and managed 55 crores for clients using proprietary investment and trading strategies. Okay, these were my mentors, Rahul sir and Pratik sir, who are co-founders at Springtide, a wealth management firm. How many of you are absolutely mind blown, looking at profiles of Rahul sir and Pratik sir, who were my mentors, who taught me everything about the world of stock market? Now, I want to ask this question once again. I know I asked it in the intro call, but how many of you want कि my mentors Rahul sir and Pratik sir, who taught me everything, to teach you guys everything in the 4 days FFA as well? Okay, how many of you feel it would be absolutely awesome and amazing if Rahul sir and Pratik sir can give their own time and teach you in the everything in the 4 day FFA program? Awesome, awesome, amazing, really great. MB, awesome. Okay, so guys, I've been chasing them since the last 3 months, and finally they have given me these 4 dates. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the dates that we are conducting this program. So finally they have given me these dates, and that is why we are being able to do this program. Attend this program. It will be one of the best 4 days that you have invested in your life. Okay. Now, along with us, there would be a fourth mentor. Like besides me, Rahul sir, Pratik sir, there would be Kachave, who is my co-founder at Office Master, B10X and AI for Techies. He's worked in private equity, so he knows very well how to evaluate companies. So he evaluates small cap and micro cap companies, and via that he also has been able to go personally from being middle class to the top 0.01%. Okay, so this is about the 4 days of the program, and these 4 days of the program, guys, the kind of learning which Rahul sir, Pratik sir have been able to give. Okay, the kind of learning Rahul sir, Pratik sir have taught me, Kachave, me, whatever we are going to be teaching you, they haven't just helped me achieve my goal. Okay, Rahul sir, Pratik sir, they haven't just helped me or Kachave achieve my goal, but have also helped 1340 plus working professionals just like you. Okay, 1340 plus working professions just like you to make money from the stock market and live their desired life. Okay, these include people like Yash Jain, who is an agro business owner. Guys, type in BO in the chat box if you are someone who is a business owner. Okay, talking about okay, I see so many people: Archana, Sachin, Shailendra, Arif, Shrikant. Okay, I see so many people dropping in a BO in the chat box, and that is superb. If you're a business owner, guys, we have people like Yash Jain, who is an agro business owner, who used to do full-time trade, who used to be full-time into his business. He used to trade with recommendations and tips given by friends and relatives. Wanted to generate a secondary source of income via trading along with his job. He got mentored by Rahul sir and Pratik sir and learned trading. He made his own trading strategies that gave out strategy-based alerts, helping him focus on work and trade only when needed. Okay, via this, Yash was able to achieve rupees 7 lakhs after adopting system based trading. Okay, you can look at the screenshots with Yash had sent. Okay, 6,81,000 rupees as the profit which Yash was able to achieve, and the kind of messages he has been sending us after he achieved it. Then we have people like Nikita Singh. Guys, how many of you are near your rate, are either already retired or near your retirement age? You could be in your above the age of 45 50 approx 55 60 65. Okay, how many of you are already retired or near your retirement age? Okay, I see so many people: 72, 45, 54, 51. Superb. Now guys, for you, we then we have people like Nikita, as I mentioned, who is a retired custom officer. Okay, after doing a job for 30+ years in CBIC at a senior level management role, Nikita has just entered her first year of retirement. She wanted to generate an income after her retirement, so she learned stock market trading in her last year of employment and is now acing the markets to generate consistent 6-digit figures per month doing cash segment trading. She was able to generate rupees 5 lakhs in one single month and 10.2 lakhs in 10 months in total. You can look at the kind of screenshots, which Nikita has been sending us as well. Okay, then we have people like Urvil Goswami, who is an IT professional at Accenture. Guys, how many of you belong from the IT professional background? Belong from tech, belong from IT basically. Me. Okay, I see so many people from IT as well. Okay, then we talking about Urvin, an IT professional with an experience of more than 12 years, used to trade on emotions and take trades anytime he got some time free. Anytime he got free, he used to take trades. But after our mentorship, he shifted his trading from an unstructured impromptu trading to rule-based trading system. Okay, he used to have sleepless nights earlier, but now not worried anymore because of risk management tools and entry exit techniques that he has learned from Rahul sir. He made 37.56 lakh rupees in the last 7 months with the help of the learning that he received from us. You can look at the kind of screenshots. 35 lakh 81,000 rupees he has been able to achieve in the last 7 months. Then we have people like Anmay Rawat, content head of a US based MNC in Delhi. Like he had a dream of buying two cars worth 25 lakhs. He had a dream of buying one car. He actually has been able to buy two cars worth 25 plus lakhs with the trading profits. He was kind enough to send us a photo of the car that he purchased after earning this much from the stock market. So this is about Anmay, and guys, the list goes on and on and on. Okay, the list goes on and on and on, but I don't want to spend time in that. Okay, basically the point that I'm trying to convey, that everything you will learn in the next 4 day works. Okay, everything that you will learn in the next 4 day works. In fact, not just works, it can change the life of those who actually follow it. Okay, so it just does not work, but it can change the life of those who actually follow it. That is the power of these 4 days of FFA. But the question is, are you committed? Okay, are you committed to achieve your financial independence, which is long due? Are you committed? Yes, committed. Yes, committed. Okay, because I'm not looking for people who are not committed, who are just here for the sake of it. If you are here for the sake of it, better not be here. You can utilize your time better somewhere else. Okay, if you are actually committed to achieve your financial independence, which is long due, then this is the right place to be. And for that, you really need to be committed and dedicated for it. But again, question is financial independence. Okay, financial independence, involves making a lot of money. So very important for us to have a destination before we start our journey. Agree with me that it is very important to establish a destination that we want to reach at least here before we start our journey. Yes, agree. Now in the intro call, I had shown you how to figure out your fat fire number, and that could be your destination. Okay, that could be your destination. Or to simplify, we could have like I feel anywhere below 10 crores. Okay, anywhere below 10 crores. If you have a wealth of less than 10 crores, then you are among the urban middle class. Okay, if you have 5 cr, 6 cr, 1 cr, you are among the urban middle class. You are not living a financially independent life as such. Okay, in order to be financially independent, irrespective of your age, the actual number is par number, but at least 10 crores. From the answers that I got, I'm 100% sure that almost all of us, in order to be financially independent, we should actually aim at least 10 crores for ourselves. Agree with me that we should aim at 10 crores. Some are saying 50 crores, 20 crores. That is superb. If you are aiming for that is superb. Okay, but I want all of you, I want all of us to aim at least 10 crores. Okay, if the number is higher for you, that is superb. Now what do I want you to do? There is first task for the day. I want all of you to write your number, either 10 crores or whatever the number you are setting for yourself. I want you to write that number on your notebook. Okay, write it on your notebook right now itself. Type in done once you are done with it. Write it down on your notebook. Done. Done. And guys, I want all of you, okay, I want all of you to follow this for throughout the next 4 days. Before we start off with the session, mention it on the top of your page, on the page of your notebook, that 10 crores or whatever the number is for you, you will be achieving that. That is the destination that you have to achieve. Okay, that is the destination that you have to achieve, and you have to achieve that. Okay, so that is the mindset that we have to have, that this is something that we will be achieving. Okay, so this is done. Now guys, is financial independence all about money? Do you think that financial independence is all about money? Do you think that? Yes, yes, no, 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 yes, no, yes, no. Okay, guys, let me tell you something. It is not all about money. Let me ask you a question. Let's say you have all the money. Let's say you have all the money in the world, but at the age of, let's say, 80, or at the age of 75, would it make sense to you? Would it make sense to you? It wouldn't make sense. Like, you wouldn't have the time to spend that money. So financial independence is not just having a lot of money, it means having a lot of money and the time for the goals you want to achieve in your life. Okay, and the time you for the goals that you want to achieve in your life. How many of you agree, absolutely agree with me on this? Agree with me on this? Means financial independence, having a lot of money and the time for the goals you want to achieve in your life as well. And you could have a lot of goals in your life. Okay, you could have a lot of goals. Why do you want to be financially independent? Let me ask you guys. Firstly, you want to make a lot of money, but using that money in order to do what? Okay, it is very important to figure out our why, because on the days that we are stressed, we don't feel good, we made some losses, we will be completely demotivated ki what just happened. But at that point of time, I want you all to remember your why did you actually start this? Okay, so your why could be as simple as to retire early and quit your job. How many of you have this as your why? To retire early and quit your job. You could have a why of buying your dream house and your dream car. Okay, and buying it. I'm not just talking in terms of EMI. I'm actually talking in terms of buying it, because if it is an EMI, it is not your house, it is the bank's house. Okay, you could provide your children you could have a goal of providing your children the best education possible throughout the world. Wherever your child wants to go for their education, you could have that goal. You could have a goal of going on multiple family vacations every single year. You could go have a goal of giving your family the best life possible and take care of all their wants. You could have a goal of clearing your loans and be actually debt free. You could have a goal of doing what you truly want to do and not just things that pay you good money. Okay, you could have any of these goals. I want all of you to tell me. Okay, I want all of you to tell me in the chat box. In fact, let me launch a poll for it as well. Okay, I'm launching a poll for it. I want all of you to take, just go ahead in the poll and drop in your answers. Why do you truly want to be financially independent and be true to yourself? Okay, be true to yourself. Yes, you can mention all of the above as well. Okay, just do that. We'll wait for 30 more seconds and then we'll pause this poll. All of the above. Okay, 62% people have already filled in the poll, waiting for the rest as well. Come on, guys. Okay, 10 more seconds. Giving you all 10 more seconds. Just fill in the poll very fast, and then I'll share the results of the poll with you all as well. All of the above. Okay, I see all of the above leading the charts, but let me end the poll right now. I'll end the poll right now, and let me share the results with all of you. Okay, let me share the results with all of you. Okay, so you all can probably see in your screen what are the results of this poll. Out of the 76% people, okay, out of 3100 people who are attending the call, 76% people have filled in the poll, and 35% to retire early, 30% to buy a dream house, etc., etc. 54% people want to achieve all of the above. That is awesome, guys. That is amazing. Now the second task for the day. Okay, very very important. write your why on your notebook as well. Okay, giving you all again 30 more seconds for it. Okay, 30 more seconds. Write your why. You have written 10 crores or the number you want to achieve. Now write your why as well. Why do you want to achieve that number? Very important, because you might feel ki Aditya, what is this, I can do this later. Guys, it is very important for you in the long run. Okay, I am trying to build your mindset over here. Mindset that is a mindset shift is actually required in order to achieve this. And for that, let us do this very simple exercise. Come on. Okay, write your why. Write your why on on your notebook. Okay, done. Okay, guys, I'm again, very sorry about my throat. Please pardon me regarding that. Okay, very sorry regarding my throat. I really wanted to conduct this session, and that is why I did not postpone it or anything like that. I wanted to conduct it. I've been looking forward to this session since a long time. I committed these dates to Rahul sir, Prateek sir, and that is why just ignore my throat regarding that. Okay. Okay. Get well soon. Yes, I'll try my best to get well soon. Very fast. Okay, done. ठीक है, चलो, let me stop, and hope you all have written your why. Very important. Okay, so that, with that, guys, let us here is the schedule of the 4 days of the FFA program. Today is day 1, where we'll be learning the finance for the future. Today is Thursday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. we'll be learning finance for the future. Then comes day 2, which is all about stock trading, building strategies. Friday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. again. Then comes day 3, automating your stock market trading using AI. Guys, these sessions will completely blow your mind. You will learn everything about stock market trading with the help of AI. So that is something that we'll be learning on Saturday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then day 4 is all about the work of multi-bagger investing. How to figure out those micro caps, small caps, which can actually be multi-baggers in the long run. That is something that we'll cover on Sunday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is the schedule of the 4 days of the FFA program, and I hope everyone is aligned with me on the same as well. Okay, now guys, let's dive deep. Let's start off with the learning for the program. Guys, what matters? This will also help me understand whether you all have little bit knowledge about stock market also or not. What matters the most for an amazing investment performance? Recording will be available. I've already mentioned, take notes throughout the session, no recordings. Okay, what matters the most for an amazing investment performance? ROI, profit, return, timing, consistency, timing the market, profitable strategies, knowledge, good profit, ROI. Okay, I see a lot of answers. I see a lot of answers in the chat box. Long term, etc. I see a lot of answers in the chat box. Guys, let me tell you something. All of it, okay, all of it definitely matters. I'm not denying anything ki it does not matter, but the basic of all of it, where do you actually keep your money, where do you trade your money, where do you invest your money? Okay, all of it comes from a concept which is called as asset allocation. Okay, if you have 100 rupees in total, where should you invest this much, where should you invest this much, where should you invest this much? Okay, having a proper asset allocation is one of the most important things when it comes to an amazing investment portfolio. How many of you agree with me on this? How many of you absolutely agree with me on this? Yes, agree with me on it. Yes. Okay, so guys, we will be diving deep into asset allocation. Okay, and we'll be doing it from someone who's a triple crown in the world of finance. Guys, can we have a welcome Rahul sir? Can we have a welcome Rahul sir in the chat box? If we all can give him a very warm welcome to come forward and teach you everything about the world of asset allocation, trading strategies, etc. All of it going forward, and then I'll be coming back. I'll be we have designed now. Come on guys, in the chat box if you all want to learn directly from success in stock market. Welcome Rahul sir. Welcome. Rahul sir, can you all, Rahul, can you all see, can you see all the comments? Welcome, welcome in the chat box.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody. It's really overwhelming to see so much adulation in the chat box. Really, grateful to each and every one of you. Hope I can repay your warmth and adulation with proper, strong, concrete knowledge that you can take home today and start implementing as soon as possible. With that, let me quickly just do a quick hygiene check. Can you just confirm if you can see my screen, hear me loud and clear, see me absolutely fine? Yes? Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Aditya, for the wonderful, wonderful introduction, and thank you once again, everybody, for such a warm welcome. And yep, let's get started. Uh, I'll circle back to the question that Aditya asked all of you, right? Whether what is the most important thing when it comes to a strong, solid investment performance that is going to decide how you're going to live your future, right? And a lot of you, I'm very happy to see, answered, which tells me something that you're at least trying to keep up with the markets, have some knowledge, are trying to get your feet in. And I would say that all of you are in essence right. Be it ROI, be it time, be it commitment, be it research, all of that is absolutely, absolutely fine. Okay? But the most important thing that comes before all of this, right? That comes later. The most important thing that comes before all of this is something called as asset allocation, right? How many of you know what asset allocation is? Can I have a show of hands, a quick, thumbs up or a yes in the chat? A no works fine as well. It's a mixed bag of responses. I believe predominantly skewed a little towards no's. So let us get into that. Shall we? All of you ready? We're just going to go through a little bit of basics, then I'm going to ramp things up. I'm going to give you a few things that are going to make a big deal into your investing journey, and then we'll keep the ball rolling as it is. All of us, are we ready to start learning? Can I have a big yes in the chat? Yes. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Loving the energy in the chat, guys. That's great. Superb, superb, superb. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Great. So, coming to asset allocation, and as I said, it is the most important driver of investment performance because we need to understand assets first and then we take our next steps into security selection, what to buy, what not to buy, when to buy, how long to hold it for, and all that. So, all of you, have you heard of the saying called never to jump the gun? It's a very old adage or a saying in English, right? Never to jump the gun, right? Always take care of the basics first. And the pyramid that you see over here tells you exactly that. Always at the base or at the foundation is something called as asset allocation. Now, what do I mean by assets? How many of you have heard about real estate? And to put it simply, the house that you're staying in, on commercial properties, any property for that matter, right? All of you have heard it. That is an asset class, right? That is an asset class. All of you have heard of stocks. All of you have heard of stocks. Yes, that too is an asset class. Have all of you heard of bonds? Bonds? Yes. FDs? Yes. All right. What about gold? All of us know gold, right? We Indians, all of us, we know gold. Okay. All these are different asset classes. Got it? So for those of you who were asking me, what is an asset? These are all asset classes, even crypto for that matter. And I know for a fact, even if you don't know what crypto is, you would have pretty well heard about crypto. Is it not so? How many of you don't know how cryptos work, but you have heard of the term crypto? Be very honest. Don't know what crypto is, but you have heard of it. इसमें पैसा बना रहे लोग, right? Yes. So that's the common theme with crypto, but let's not digress. Coming back to our pyramid over here, right? So that is what I meant by assets, right? For those of you who did not know, everything that you can own that has a financial value is an asset. That is the simplest way to put it. Anything that has a financial value is an asset. And when we are talking about investing, right, you're essentially talking about parking your money somewhere. And that has to be financial assets. And what does allocation tell you? Asset allocation teaches you how much money to park where. Okay? Now, don't you think, just from a very logical point of view, that is how investing should be? If you know what are the different types of places where you can put your money in, right, you should first decide how much money should I put where. Correct? Think of it very logically. And you don't need to be a person who belongs to the domain of finance, an investor, a trader. No, right? Makes true, right? That is what logically should be. And I'm going to tell you a secret, by the way. Don't tell this to anybody because otherwise people will come after me. We people from the domain of finance, right? Investment banking, private equity, equity research, we like to use a lot of complicated terms. Okay? We will use 5 different terms for the very same thing. Just why? So that everybody thinks we are very smart people. No, what we do is we logically analyze stuff. You don't need to be very smart. Most of the people are only trying to confuse you, and I'm telling this to you why, so that you get comfortable. Whatever I'm going to teach you, it's going to be logical. Investing is not rocket science. It's going to be absolutely logical, and you can make the most of it too. And by the way, this was just between you and I. Okay? Don't tell this to anybody. People will come running after me. All right. So, coming back, asset allocation is the first logical step that we need to master when it comes to investing. Then we have security selection. What do I mean by security selection? So, let's say stocks is one type of assets, right? And then you decide how much you want to put in stocks, right? Then comes the next layer, which is security selection. Which stocks to put your money in, how many stocks to buy, where, right? All that. So if you want to buy 10 stocks, which are the 10 stocks that you are going to buy? That, my friends, is security selection. I'll give you a similar analogy. We all have heard of gold, silver, copper, platinum, and the rest. All of us, can I have a quick yes? What are these? These are something called precious metals, right? Now, you want to have some exposure to this as well. And I think by default, most of you will have some exposure to gold and silver. Your parents might have it, you might have it, your spouse might have it, right? So then, when it comes to precious metal asset class, security selection is deciding where to invest, whether to invest in gold, whether to invest in silver, whether to invest in copper, and the lot. Makes sense what the security selection is? Have I been able to convey it to you very simply? Right? Perfect, perfect, great, great. I'm so happy that everybody is up to speed. All right, all right. Okay. Now, what's the last step that we need to have, right? Which is called market timing. Now, again, coming back from the bottom of the pyramid. First step of the different assets, let's say you choose the stock market or the stocks asset class. That is, you chose how much to put in stocks. Then you move on to the second step. You decide, which is security selection, which are the stocks that you want to buy. So let's say you decide on 10 stocks. HDFC, Reliance, Adani, Wipro, Infosys, let's say Maruti Suzuki, and all that. Okay? You decide on any 10 stocks that you think is good. Now, when to buy, let's say, Reliance, when to sell Reliance, that is the final thing that you need to do, right? I decide that today I select that Reliance will be one of my stocks. Do I go and buy today itself? No. I will wait for the correct opportunity to buy, and I will wait for the correct opportunity to sell. Guys, are you not able to hear me? Can you please confirm if I'm audible? Lost in between. Let me quickly check. Just a second. Okay, just give me one quick second. I'll change my broadband. Yeah, it's fine now. It's absolutely fine now. Can I have a final confirmation from everybody? I'm audible, visible. My screen is visible. Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Audio better? Is it lagging now?
Even I felt, Rahul, it was earlier better.
Better audio?
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second there. Better now? Can you hear me? See me? Final check. Yes? Better, better, better. Just waiting for a good from the majority people. Perfect. Now, thank you so much, Aditya. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Sorry for the bother. Now, coming back. So, where was I? I was talking about Reliance, right? So, I decide as a part of my security selection, one of the stocks that I would like to invest in is, let's say, Reliance. Now, do I go and buy Reliance today? No. I will wait for the right time, right price to buy Reliance. Do I sell Reliance whenever? No. I will wait for the right time and right price to sell Reliance. That is what market timing is, right? So, have you been able to understand the whole process? First, you decide what are the different assets, which asset to put how much money in, asset class rather, and then within that asset class, which are the securities that you want to buy. Let's say for stocks, right? You will have, let's say, a selection of few stocks, as I said, Reliance, Adani, Wipro, Infosys, Maruti Suzuki. If you are doing precious metals, you will have a few options, gold, silver, copper, etc. And then when you have identified the securities, then you decide when to buy, when to sell. That is the final part of your investing journey. So have all of you been able to understand the, pyramid of investing? It's very simple. I hope everybody has followed it. No rocket science over here, right? Perfect. So what have we understood? That first we need to understand our asset allocation. So shall we go ahead and deep dive further into asset classes? Yes, that's a practical next step. Shall we do it? Perfect. Now, coming to asset classes that are available to us retail investors. What do I mean by retail investors? Regular people like you and me who put their money into different assets, right? I'm not talking about companies or institutions or banks and the lot. Okay? So let's talk about what are the different investment opportunities in terms of asset classes that we have available to us. First, let's go through it one by one. First is cash. All of you have your favorite Gandhiji in your wallet right now, right? Cash, everybody knows this. Now, pretty straightforward. Cash is an asset. Whether it is good or bad, I'll leave for you to decide. Tell me one thing now. If you have cash, let's say 100 rupees in your wallet today, and just leave it for 5 years, after 5 years, how much cash is going to be there in your wallet?
Same 100 rupees, right? Same 100 rupees. So is it giving you any sort of return? Is it growing in value? No. So that is an investment which is giving zero returns. And guys, all of you saying depreciation, inflation, all that, just keep it simple at the moment. I'll come to each and everything. So it has got zero return. So does it make sense for us to park our money or invest our money in by keeping it as cash? Zero cents, right? So don't go for cash. What do we have next? We have something called fixed deposits, and I'm pretty sure even if you don't do it, you would have heard your parents go on and on about FDs. Yes or no? Yes, absolutely. Everybody would have heard of their parents talking about FDs at least. Very much so. Yeah, I think it's the same thing across the board for you and I both. So FDs is also something you put your money in the bank, you can't take it out for some time, and the bank will give you assured returns in the form of interest, right? It usually varies. As of today, it varies in the region of 5 to 7%. Now, don't hold a gun to my head and say some Utkarsh small finance bank is giving you 8%. I'm talking about all the major banks, all the big banks. Usually the range is giving around 5 to 7%, right? So everybody knows what FD is, right? So now moving on to the next asset class, which are called debt funds. Okay? Debt funds, all of you, acha, how many of you don't know what debt funds are? I will not ask how many of you know. How many of you don't know what debt funds are? Okay, got it. A lot of you don't know. Those of you who replied that you don't know, have you heard of mutual funds? Correct. Those of you who said no to debt funds, I'm sure all of you have heard about mutual funds. What is your understanding of, and I'm again talking to everybody who did not know what debt funds are. So all of you know what mutual funds are. Now, what do you understand by mutual funds? Mutual funds take money from all of you. Let's say there are 100 people and who want to invest. I, being a mutual fund, I will take my money, your money, and I'll invest it on your behalf. All of you think that mutual funds are only investing in stocks. No. Mutual funds will also invest in debt products. What do I mean by debt products? They will invest in interbank loans. They will invest in government bonds. They will invest in different kinds of corporate bonds as well. What are bonds? Bonds are nothing but a glorified name given to loans, right? Like you take a loan and somebody gets an interest. Similarly, on a larger scale, when governments do it, corporates do it, they're essentially taking loan, and they will issue a paper to you that yes, I have taken a loan from you and I'll give you back this much money. Okay? Bonds is very simple. It is a glorified way of saying loans. Okay? Whenever you and I do it, it is a loan. Whenever the governments do it or the corporates do it or between banks they do it, it is called a bond. Okay? So, bond is nothing but a paper which tells you that yes, I have taken a loan. Let's say Reliance has issued a bond. That means Reliance has taken a loan from the public or some other party. They have given them a letter. That letter is called a bond. And the letter says this much money, this much interest, this much time. Very simple. And Reliance assures that I will pay these interest and principal, everything. Okay? So there are mutual funds which invest in these types of bonds, and basically these mutual funds will earn interest by investing in bonds which are in turn a loan product. Understood? I see a lot of ooh, understood, wow. Very simple. I am telling you all these, even if you're from outside the markets, all these terminologies are only to make it seem fancy. Understood? Perfect. So these are something called debt funds. Then we have gold. I don't think I need to explain gold to anybody. because we Indians, we love our gold. We have seen it, our mothers, our sisters, even our fathers for that matter. My father loves gold jewelry. So we have seen gold. And the only thing I would like to add about gold is that it is not only the physical gold that you see in the form of jewelry. You can also invest in digital gold. You have gold ETFs. You also had the SGBs, the sovereign gold bonds that had been issued earlier. So there are different ways to invest in gold, but the underlying is the same thing. It's gold. Okay? That gives you around 9 to 11% returns. Okay? Then we have something called real estate. As I said earlier on, real estate is nothing but properties. Okay? It's again a fancy term, be it your house, be it an office that you might own, be it a shop that you might own, or be it a mall also that you might own. Okay? Anything. All of it is real estate. Commercial ho, रहने के लिए हो, everything is real estate. Now, real estate you can invest directly. Okay? You can purchase a house that becomes a real estate asset for you. Or there is like mutual funds. Okay? Let's say 100 people like you who want to buy a, let's say, shop. 100 people come to shop. 100 people come. I'm so sorry, guys. Can you hear me now? Yes. Now better. Okay. I'm not sure why my internet is acting up. But yeah, please let me know whenever you face an issue, and I'll try and repeat. As your own house, okay? That becomes a real estate asset for you. Now, let's say if you want to buy a shop in the mall, which is very expensive, right? In a tier 1 city, it goes to 20-30 crores. You might not have enough money to buy it yourself. So what do? You gather 100 different people, all of you who have the same interest as you. They also want to buy that shop. You pool your money together, and then you purchase that shop. So similarly, this is what happens in REITs. These are like mutual funds who pool money from everybody and then buy real estate. Okay? So real estate can be something you buy directly, or you can buy it through REITs. And that also gives you an average return of 7 to 9%. Have everybody understood what real estate and REITs are? REIT is again something which people try to complicate it. It's very simple. Mutual fund for real estate. Okay? To put it very simply, there are a few nuances, but to put it very simply. Okay? It's real estate investment trust. The full form of REIT is real estate investment trust. So that gives around 79%. Then we have our beloved stocks, right? All these Reliances, Infosys and everything. This on average, if I'm talking about the top 50 stocks, which are also called the Nifty 50, the top 50 stocks by size, the sheer size of the companies, the top 50 stocks on average have been giving returns of 12 to 13%. So that we can consider as a benchmark for equities or stocks in general. Again, equity is a fancy term for stocks. Stocks is again a fancy term for what you know as share. Okay? So again, stocks, equity, shares, one and the same thing. That gives you an average of 12 to 13%. Okay? Then you have something called cryptos. All of you know what a crypto is. That on average, if you annualize it, has given a return of 15%. But what else does crypto give you apart from that 15% returns? What else? 70% loss, risk, tax. It gives you headaches. It gives you sleepless nights, and you won't be able to live in peace for that 15%. Immense volatility. There is no transparency as such. I'm not talking about the technology in general. but there is a lot that people don't know in terms of how to identify the correct value of a crypto. Correct? Even I don't know how to identify the correct value of a crypto, and believe me, I have tried to do my research. Okay? So crypto is one thing again which gives you around 15% returns. It's not worth the hassle, in my opinion. If you are knowledgeable enough, you can make a lot of money elsewhere. Okay? And then there are alternate assets. Can you give me some examples of alternate assets? What do you think are alternate assets? Really nice. Artwork, start, money lending, no. Hedge funds, yes. Art, yes. Okay, paintings, yes. That's antiques. Rolexes, great. Startup investments, we call it private equity or seed funding or angel investing, correct? Now, yes. So, what are alternate assets? There is something called collectibles, right? You have paintings, you have wines, you have liquors, you have stamps, you have coins. All these collectibles are also sort of investments. Somebody says watches, Rolexes, yes, even sneakers for that matter nowadays. So these are different types of assets which are, I would say, not that regulated, and the markets for these are also very sophisticated and niche. The investors who invest in these markets are expert investors who specialize in this. The people who arrange the sale and do the valuations are expert people. And again, there are a very small number of people who can actually find the right value or do the right valuation. So these are alternate assets. Then you have hedge funds and private equity funds. Again, these are for UHNI people and everything. So that these also give you around 8 to 10%. Okay? Now, so we have covered 8 different asset classes. Okay? Alternate assets are not available to you, and I do not advise you to go for alternate assets. Okay? Because these need specialized investing, specialized valuers, specialized options and everything. So that is something I do not suggest that you get into, and it is also difficult to crack this market. Crypto, again, all of you have access to crypto, but I would say don't, unless and until you absolutely want to be very aggressive, you have that spirit in you, only then go for crypto, but not above 5% of your entire portfolio. Something which will not bother if it goes to zero, only put in that much amount. Can I have a loud, resounding understood in the chat for crypto, please? Even if you at all absolutely want to invest, my suggestion would be only put in that much money which you are okay losing for good. Okay? Please. Everybody talks about only the good. I have seen people put in all their money in crypto, bahut badega, in the bull run, they lost everything. Be steady, be consistent, and grow. Okay? Continuously. Alternate assets, crypto, and cash, of course, it's a no-brainer, right? So out of our 8 asset classes, 3 are already done with. So we are left with 5. Okay? Now we need to understand within these 5, which asset class is good for us. Yes or no? Can I have a 5 in the chat? Out of this 5, we want to know now which are the asset classes that are a good fit for us. Correct? Shall we move on from here? Everybody understood till here? Yes, can I have a yes? Because I don't want to leave anyone behind. I want everybody to be together, learn, and ramp up with me. Perfect. Now, before I move on to understanding which of these 5 remaining asset classes are good for us, I would like to bring in and introduce you to somebody called inflation. Okay? So inflation is an unfactored nightmare. I call it an unfactored nightmare. And let me introduce inflation the very same way to you. A lot of you might know what inflation is, a lot of you don't. A lot of you will know what inflation is, but don't know the implications of inflation. So let's talk about it. Okay? So when you talk about inflation, and you will see it in the newspapers, so there is something called a CPI, or the Consumer Price Index. Basically, it's released by the National Statistical Organization. The government releases it, and that says that inflation is around 6% per annum. That is 6% per year. Now, what is inflation, you might ask me? Inflation is nothing but how expensive things are becoming every year. It is a term for that. Or, to put it simply, how are the prices for stuff rising every year? Okay? Let's say, in Hindi, I'll call it महंगाई, absolutely. As correctly mentioned, it's nothing but महंगाई, or in English, how expensive things are getting, or the rise in prices. Makes sense? What inflation is? It is a phenomena which tells you how prices of stuff are increasing. So the government says they release the CPI, every quarter, and they said that on average, what we have witnessed is a 6% inflation. Okay? A 6% inflation. Do you agree that the amount of money that you're spending every year or every month, it is only increasing by 6%? Or, that just doesn't sound about right. 6% mein itna to, you wouldn't have felt that things are so expensive at 6%, correct? Yes. So what is the government on about? Now, you don't agree. You don't agree. And you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I won't even go to luxuries, right? I won't even go to luxuries. Let us talk about few of the things that we cannot live without. First thing being food. Can we live without food? Absolutely no. And how fast or how expensive is food becoming? On an average, 10.4% per annum. Your prices for food on average are increasing 10.4% every year, and which is something that we see, don't you? Like, it's very rarely that I go and do grocery shopping, but whenever I do, and since it is infrequent for my case, I always can tell a difference in prices, right? So it's growing at 10.4%. Medicine. Can you do without medicine? Let's say you're absolutely healthy. Can your family do without medicine? You're elderly. Can your family or the elderly do without hospitalization and the lot? No, it is an absolutely critical need that we have as peoples, right? Medicine, or the medical facility in itself, is growing at 14%. And I think everybody knows this. There was a time, and tell me if you can relate with me. There was a time, and I remember when I was very young, my grandparents and everybody did not have any insurance. My father, as a matter of fact, did not get any insurance for my grandparents. And whatever hospitalizations used to happen back then, they used to pay for it from whatever they had in their banks or their FDs and the lot. Do you think today, if anybody faces a proper or a serious hospitalization, your bank balance will cover it? It's sad that I'm smiling, but it's just the harsh reality of it. I've seen this firsthand. You can't. Why? Because it has become so bloody expensive that we can't. We need insurances, or we need a proper corpus or a safety net just for all this. Sometimes even insurances won't cut it because the expenses are so high, our coverage is not that much. And that is because it is growing at 14% per annum. Education. Now, education for me is the most important thing, because I come from a very, very lower middle class background, and education was the only thing I had with me. And I thank my parents all the time that they tried and give me the best of education possible. They paid for everything. good schools, good colleges, good education, and that has enabled me to be where I am today. And I think that is the case for each and everybody. All of you, if you are somebody from the middle class background, your only way out to do good for yourself is education. And if you have a child today, you will very well know how the cost is so starkly different than what you had to pay for your education, right? And it's mind blowing. I was just talking to, so I when I was working earlier on, I had a colleague and he was in Calcutta, so we met, and he told me that he pays 70,000 per month for a kid who is in, what do you call it, something that is before class 1, play school. 70,000 for play school per month. 70,000 I paid for my entire 3-year economics degree, that too from, well, I think the second best college in India. So that's how expensive education is. It's 11.5% per annum, right? It's just mind boggling. And then you always need a roof over your head. Rental, be it rent or your housing EMIs, house prices are going up so much. Rent on house prices are going up so much. It's 16% per annum. And if you're somebody unfortunate enough to be in Bangalore or Gurgaon, then it's almost 30, 40, 50% for you. And I have friends in those cities. It's been mad over the last 2 years. So yeah, if you're from Gurgaon, Bangalore, all the best. But on average, for all of us, it's very high. It's at 16%, right? So coming back, if we factor in all these basic necessities also, on average from 2014 to 2024, the average cost of living, that is what we bear, is 8.4% per annum. And this is the figure that we should be concerned with. Okay? Not what the government is statistically saying, but what we are experiencing. It's 8.4% per annum, right? So, and what do I mean by that? If let's say this earphone was for 10,000 rupees back in 2024, if I go to buy the same earphone today, 10 years later, it's going to be 22,402. That's inflation or mehengai or expensiveness or dearness quantified for you in a nutshell. Okay? Have all of us understood inflation? How it slowly eats into prices? Okay? Everybody understood inflation. I'm sorry if I'm taking time to understand and oversimplify stuff, but I just don't want anybody to be left behind, right? So apologies beforehand for that. Now that you understood what inflation is, let's now come back to the 5 assets that we were dealing with, right? We were dealing with 5 assets, then we took a detour for inflation. Let's come back and see. So 8.4% are the figure that we are going with. Okay? 8.4% are the figure that we are going at. Let's come back to FDs, our parents' beloved investment asset class, right? So FD on average gives a rate of return of 7%. Now, tell me one thing. Your FD investment, something that you're doing to make money, right, is earning 7%. And everything is going down in value by 8.4%. Okay? Inflation, right? Things are getting more expensive. So 100 rupees you put in FD to buy, let's say, this same earphone that you want to buy next year. Your FD gives you 107 rupees. When you go to the shop, this earphone becomes 108.4 because 8.4% cost of living inflation. Will you be able to buy that earphone? 107 rupees you make from your investment. This becomes even more expensive. So what does that tell you? Your real value of money has become lower. Understood? Your real value of money has become lower because your money can now purchase lesser quantity of product. Got it? So, what do you want? Real value of money, something that covers your increase in expenses and gives you more. That is real growth in your real returns in your portfolio. So, anything below 8.4%, your money is actually going down in value. At 8.4%, staying exactly the same, not making any difference to you. Above 8.4%, that is where you want to be. That is where your money is actually increasing in value. Understood? Now, having taught you this, tell me something. Are FDs a great investment for generating growth or return? They are of course good for an emergency fund. I'm not denying that. But when your focus is to grow your money, build wealth, are FDs good? I hope everybody is saying no and not a single yes. Perfect. Thank you. Understood. Now, bond, that is the debt funds we talked about, right? And real estate. Okay? On average, okay, giving you around 9% returns every year. 8.4%, 9%. It's, of course, it's higher. But is it going to make any difference to you? Huh? 0.6% if you are only 0.6% every year, believe me, it's not going to make any difference to you. It's as good as 8.4% itself. Okay? So, of course, you need a roof over your head. That's it. But after that is taken care of, would you want to put your money to grow it into more and more real estate? I don't think that's a very smart thing to do. Okay? Okay? Got it? Of course, now if you're a promoter, you're developing land and everything, that's a different thing. But if you are an investor, a regular person who is not from this domain, going and buying flats, going and buying shops, not a good idea. Okay? Understood? It's not going to grow your wealth. Then, what do we have next? We have gold. Right? Gold gives you on average 9 to 11%. Let's take 10% for example. So it's going to outperform your cost of living inflation of 8.4% by around a good 1.5%, which is great. You're seeing real growth. But are you seeing drastic real growth? Now don't tell me this, sir, gold has given so much returns now. I'm taking on average over the long term. Returns always happen in phases. Okay? On average, it's given around between 9 to 11. Okay? 1.5% it outperforms. It's giving you real growth of 1.5%. But is that enough? No. Now, our last friend, stocks. On average, just the Nifty 50, the large cap stocks, 13.2%. Okay? Over the last 10 years. That's giving you 5% real growth, which compounds every year, right? And this is just basic investing. This is not even smart, astute investing into stocks. This is something which is giving you real growth. Yes or no? Yes or no? So now coming back to all the assets that we did, what are we left with? How many asset classes are we left with? What is it? We factored in inflation and understood that the only thing, if we want to build wealth, is going to make a difference in our lives is one thing, stocks. Okay? Now, so we have done that. We have understood our asset class. Now, let's move on to the next thing. Okay? Finding the best asset allocation strategy. And this is something, that is the next thing that we're going to do, right? We understood the asset classes, we understood inflation, we understood which asset is good when factoring in inflation. Now the next thing that we of course need to do is to find a good asset allocation strategy. And who is going to do it for you? Me? No, it's you. All of you will be doing this analysis yourself, and I want all of you to act as analysts, and you will see it's not a big deal that people make it to be. Can I have analysts in the chat? I want all of you to type in analysts because you are going to be acting as analysts and do this and study yourself. Analyst, analyst, analyst. Perfect. Love the spirit and the energy. Great, guys. Great, great. Now, let's come back to a problem statement. Let's see what can we analyze. And I want all of you to pay utmost focus to me. Okay? Utmost focus into what you have on your screen right now. Let's take a data set. Okay? Guys, okay. You don't have to, I want all of your focus on your screen right now. We are considering 4 types of securities across asset classes, right? And we have data from 1990 to 2020, 30 years of data. Nifty 50, that is the top 50 companies, that gives you around 14.4% returns on average over these 30 years. What is the next security? Fixed deposits. From 1990 to 2020, on average, FDs have given 8.9%. Right? Gold. Across this time period, gold has given 9.5%. And then N100. This is nothing but the top 100 stocks in NASDAQ. What is NASDAQ? Like we have Nifty in India, in the US, we have something called NASDAQ for the tech stocks. Okay? Tech IT stocks. All the Amazons, the Googles, the Apples, Tesla, everything is tech. So they are a part of NASDAQ. That is called N100. This N100 has given 13.3%. I want all of you to remember these 4 securities and the respective returns. Once you do that, can I have a yes in the chat? Okay? All of you, I want you to remember it. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. Now, let's come to our analysis. I'm giving you 2 scenarios. You have 100 rupees. Okay? If you had 100 rupees back in 1990, would you, now that you know the returns, would you have invested in Nifty itself, the entire 100 rupees in Nifty? Or would you have invested 25 rupees in Nifty, 25 rupees in FD, 25 rupees in gold, and 25 rupees in NASDAQ 100? Let's call the Nifty, everything in Nifty, the portfolio Nifty, and everything split across these 4 as equal. Where would you put your 100 rupees? Nifty or equal? Let's see in the chat. Nifty, few equals, Nifty. Remember, Nifty gave the highest return, right? 14.4%, greater than even NASDAQ. All of you who are saying equal, is it just because are you randomly guessing? Why? It doesn't make sense, right? All of these 3 are lower. You're much better putting your money over here. Alright. Okay? Everybody ready with your answers? Shall we see what the result is? What the actual analysis is? This is the actual analysis. And you know what? Let me zoom it for you. The green bars, I want you to put your attention towards your screen right now. The green bars are the returns given by Nifty and the equal portfolio. The gray bars are the ones given by Nifty. And see the returns. 1 year horizon, that is if 1990 to 2020, 1 year horizon, that means this was in the year 2020. Equal allocation 18.3% return. Okay? Nifty was minus 14.2%. What happened in 2020, guys? all of you know this, all of you have been through this, unfortunately. So many lockdowns and everything. Yeah, COVID. And all of us know markets crashed during COVID, which we can see. Nifty fell by 14.2% in 2020. As of June 10, 2020, Nifty was down 14.2%. Equal allocation portfolio, positive 18.3%. Okay, it's a one-off scenario. Let's see for 3 years. ठीक है, 2018, 19, 20, 3 years. Equal allocation, again better. 5 years, 2016 to 2020. Equal allocation, again better. 10 years, 2011 to 2020. Equal allocation, again better. 15 years, 2006. And this incorporates your financial crisis as well in 2008. 2006 to 2020, equal allocation is still better. ठीक है? Why is that? Good question. Before I answer that, let me put your attention towards this. Gray line, again Nifty. Green line, equal allocation. For what is, of course, the green line is above Nifty. That means it has continuously given higher returns than Nifty. Right? What else do you observe? Apart from the fact that the green line is above the gray line. What else do you observe? Less fluctuation, smooth line, consistent. All of you are absolutely right. If you see, there is so much movement in the gray line, up, down, up, down, up, down. But if you see the green line, it's very smooth, calm, going in its own way in the same direction. What does this tell you? The smoothness is nothing but less risk. So not only are you making more money, you are also taking less risk. Is that not what all of us want to have? Less risk, more money. Yes, that is what all of us have. You don't have to know finance. Basic logic. Okay? That is what is happening in the equal portfolio. Why is that? This, my friends, is something called as diversification. Right? Even if you're buying only stocks, we understood stocks are the best way to, get the maximum returns. But then you also have to diversify across stocks. That is what I wanted to teach you. If you are investing in stocks, does not mean you pick one stock, put all your life saving into that stock and forget it. That is not how investing works. You have to put all your, there's a saying, right? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Similarly, you do not put all your money into one stock. You have to put it across different types of stocks. And this is the benefit that you get. Generates better profits over the long term. We have seen that. Can I have a yes? Point number A. Generates better profits over the long term. We have seen that. Protects against market downturns, black swan events. COVID. Something like COVID, everybody lost their, themselves, did not know what is happening. Markets crashed. Equal allocation 18.3% positive. So it protects against such situations. And the most important things is it gives you peace of mind. This smooth curve, less volatility, low risk. This is again the third point about diversification. Less risk. Okay? We want to sleep in peace after putting our money in investments. Right? So that, my friends, is something called diversification, which all of us should be aware about and we should put into practice. Have we all understood the importance of diversification? Yes. Can I have a loud yes in the chat? I want everybody to be attentive. I hope I'm not boring anybody. All right, great to see the energy in the chat box. Thank you so much, guys. It's seriously a privilege to be teaching you. Such a wonderful set of audience. Thank you so much. Now, With that done, you understood what the importance of diversification is. How many of you have this question? Like, how do we also build our own diversified portfolio? Me. Right? Very natural. You guys are all smart people. You have caught on. Okay, ye ho gaya. Next what? The answer, as all of you know, is to diversify across only stocks. Can I have a yes? You have understood this. Nothing to do. No need of being trying and being fancy. Simply diversify across stocks. Right? But then, how many of you now have this question? There are so many stocks. How to choose the best growth portfolio? I saw somebody ask this question even before I came to this slide, right? Just makes sense. Even the PPT is created logically, right? Portfolio is, let's say, my portfolio is whatever collection of stocks that I own. Got it? Right? How many of you, there's so many stocks. How do you choose the correct stocks? How many of you have this question? All of you, right? What you need to do when creating your portfolio is to have a very strong fundamental approach. What do you mean by fundamental? Understanding how the company is performing, pick each and every company, analyze it, do your research, understand if they're going to grow, their sales are going to grow, profits are going to grow, if the price that you're paying for that company is correct or not. That is something that we call as fundamental approach. Okay? To choose your best growth portfolio, you need a strong fundamental approach. Okay? And then you'll be able to create your portfolio. Bouncer? I know that it's a bouncer because the chat box just stopped for a while. Got it. Don't worry, guys. I'm not in the business of just leaving you high and dry. Of course, if I'm telling you how to create a portfolio, I'll show you how to create a portfolio, right? Do not worry. You don't have to know all the fundamentals. I'm here to simplify investing for you and give you actionable takeaways from these 4 days of FFA. And believe me when I say so, again, to reiterate what Aditya said, if you pay attention, we are trying our best. If you pay attention, these 4 days of FFA are going to give you the right mindset, going to give you tools that you can take home and implement from day one itself, right? And when I'm talking about tools, let me ask you something. Would you like to see a ready to use fundamental investing strategy? You don't need to know fundamental, whatever I talked about. But would you like to see a ready to use strategy? Yes. All right. Introducing to all of you SpringPad's Alpha Plus investing strategy. This is something that Pratik uses, I use, we use for our clients, our students also use, right? And I would like to share it with you as well. Are everybody ready to see? You don't need to know in finance to do this. Yes. Loving the excitement. A few more yeses, because the next slide is going to be awesome. So I want a few more yeses. This is the strategy summary of the Alpha Plus investing strategy. The average annual return that I have received in 2024 is 64.06%. Nifty in the same time has given 13.72%. And if I benchmark it to Nifty, that means how much it has done better than Nifty, it has outperformed Nifty by 50.3%. Does it sound too good to be true? You can be very honest with me. Mind blowing. Yes, I understood. How many of you think it's too good to be true? I know it's mind blowing, right? And believe me, we have done this. Our students have done this. You don't need to know fundamentals. We have done the homework for you. Too good to be true, right? Let me tell you the exact stocks as well. Does it still seem too good to be true? All of you who said. I'm telling you the exact stocks. This is start of 2024. This is close of 2024. Zoom in, yes. Sorry about that. These are the stocks, 10 stocks in total. Okay. This was the price at the start of 2024. LTP is the last traded price, that is, or the closing price. Okay. Simply price at the end of 2024. Okay. Don't confuse closing price, LTP, price of the stock at the end of 2024, at the start of 2024. Okay. These are the returns: 33%, 27%, 17%, 213%, 76%, 23%, 57%, 103%, 9.46%, 77%, which on average comes to, let me zoom out, 64.06%. Right? How does it sounds good? This is awesome. I'm waiting for somebody to ask me the right question. And I got it. Thank you so much. Just me telling you that these stocks gave such good returns will not cut it for you. And this is what people have been doing with all of you. You take influencers, you take all these so-called gurujis in the Telegram and everything. They'll tell you this stock made this much return, this stock made that much return. Great. But how do you know which stocks to pick? And thank you for asking the right question. That means you are paying attention. I have built a screener for this exact purpose. Okay? What is a screener? This is something called a screener. Okay? You go to screener.in. I have built my own Alpha Plus screener over here, and these, whenever you invest, you run this query. So as of now, it is giving me these 10 stocks. Okay? These few stocks. I run this screener at the beginning of every year. What do I do? And just a second. I was not able to see your chats while I move to the other screen. Okay? At the end of every year, start of every year, what I do is I have my conditions and everything over here. You can go try and understand this. If you don't want to understand this, that is fine by me. What you need to do is run this query, okay, and filter the top 10 stocks. Now, guys, before you ask me any question, I want to ask you something. Okay? Do I have your complete attention? Yes? Perfect. Okay. I don't want you to put down anything in the chat. Take your hands off the keyboard. I want your complete focus on me. Okay? I don't want anybody to miss out. Stop typing in the chat. It's okay. I'll ask you to chat again. Focus on exactly what I say. At the start of every year, what I do is I open this screener. Okay? I will come to the bottom of my screen. I'll simply click on run this query. Whatever logics and everything based on fundamental analysis and approach I told you about, I have put it over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 logics I have put over here. And I click on run this query. What this query does is goes through all the 5,000, 6,000 stocks out there. Okay? 5,000, 6,000 stocks across NSE and BSE. Okay? Across all exchanges, we have almost more than 6,000 stocks. Based on my fundamental logics, this screener goes through each and every stocks, and whatever fits my criteria, it filters down only those. So as of now, if I'm running this query today, it is filtering out only 13 stocks. Just imagine 5,000, 6,000 stocks, say only 13 stocks. That itself is doing most of the job for you. Now, do you invest in however many stocks it shows you? Sometimes it will give you 13, sometimes 25, sometimes 31 also. What you need to do is sort by market cap. Again, guys, nothing in the chat. Sort by market cap. Run this query, sort by market cap. Select the top 10 stocks by market cap. See, market cap is basically the size of the company. If I have 13 options, I will take the 10 biggest companies. That is a simple logic. I'll sort by market cap and I'll select these 10 stocks. At the beginning of the year, if I have 1 lakh to invest, I will put 10,000 each in each and every stock. 10,000 for 10 stocks, 1 lakh rupees. I will not do anything for the rest of the year. At the end of the year, I will not think about whether where the price is going to go. I'll simply sell all these stocks. Okay? This is what I had for 2024. I got into these stocks. These were the entry prices. These were the prices at the end of December. I entered everything. These stocks were what the screener gave me at the beginning of 2024. I bought all this. Okay? And at the end of 2024, I will sell this. I'll hold these stocks for exactly 1 year and I'll sell this. Okay? And that is what helped me achieve this. That is what our students also got. That is what we did for our clients as well. This is one of the strategies that we deploy. Why 1 year? Because when you're investing, anything less than 1 year does not make sense. Okay? Anything less than 1 year. So basically, I do it 1 year. That's it. No stop loss. This is not a trade unless and until something is going absolutely fundamentally wrong with the company. I will not touch that stock any which ways. And yes, before you ask whether you will get this screener or not, absolutely yes. If I'm showing you this, that means I want you to use it. The team will be sharing the link to the screener at the end of today's session. What I want you to do is, coming back to this, what I want you to do is follow this strategy to the T. Okay? Top 10 stocks by market cap from the screener result. My 1 year starts from January. I have done it as per my calendar. If you are starting in Feb, buy in Feb, sell January end next year. Okay? 1 year. Whenever you start investing, invest, hold for 1 year, sell. Is it very difficult? This is only stocks, not mutual funds. I missed who asked the question, but this is only stocks. Is it a very difficult thing to do? I'm telling you, run this screener. The team will be sharing it at the end of today's session. Filter, take the top 10 stocks by market cap. Okay? And put your money. If you have 1 lakh rupees, put it equally across the 10 stocks. Okay? 10,000 each. Hold it exactly for 1 year and then sell it after 1 year. STCG nahi, 1 year, if you complete 1 year, sell it on 1 year, 1 day. Okay? Then your taxes also get saved. Tell me something. To do exactly this and attain this sort of result, do you need to be a specialist in markets? Yes or no? Can you do this? Go home and do this. Do you make a promise to me? There's something I have simplified so much for you. The only thing that you need to do now is just to do this, start your investing journey, run this, buy it, whatever. If you're investing 10,000, invest 10,000, 1,000 rupees per each stock. Hold it for 1 year and sell it. Is it something which is very difficult? Absolutely no. And again, this brings me to saying the same thing. Investing is not difficult. In this case, I've simplified it for you. All the fundamental things that are there in the query, I have designed it so that you don't have to do much. Run the screener, invest, hold for 1 year. That is, do nothing for 1 year. After 1 year, sell. If you think something like this is mind-blowing, can I now have an MB in the chat? You will get this screener along with the Excel. MB. That's great. Thank you so much, guys. But just saying MB won't cut it. ठीक है? I want you to actually take action. I have laid it out for you. Go home, go through this again, and once the query is shared with you at the end of today's session, make the most out of this. ठीक है? Understood? Can I have a I will in the chat? I will take action, or just type in action in the chat. I have given you the tools. You only have to take action. Amazing, amazing. Now this is so great to see. Thank you so much. And now this is the point of teaching, right? You taking action on whatever I am happy enough to share. Thank you so much. Now, again, asking the obvious. Now, do you think I have given you the tools? Now, do you think you can make your own diversified, profitable growth portfolio? You don't need to be from the finance domain. Don't need to be an investor. You don't need to be a fancy CFA, FRM, CIA holder, right? But can you do it? Absolutely yes. That is the power of keeping things simple. That is the power of the FFA program that you are a part of currently. And before you start your journey, it is my duty to not only tell you about the things that are great. Okay? For that, you have all those influences out there. It is my job is to keep your feet on the ground and get you to do the work. Okay? Remember something, all of you, if you want to reach somewhere, as Aditya mentioned, you should have that vision in your target. If you're investing, all of you said that you will take action and everything, great, but don't just do it for the sake of it. Every action should be oriented towards a vision, directed towards a goal. And if you at all want to make a difference, my ask of you would be to take investing seriously, have your fire number, or as Aditya said, at least 10 CR figure, and then you keep on investing accordingly towards that, and have given you the tools to invest, and I'll be giving you even more, right? So that is the only thing that I ask of you. Always have that vision and then take small steps. Small steps go a long way, but have that vision and take small steps, like investing today, investing ASAP, investing as much as possible. And I'll tell you something, like, let me share a few experiences of the people or the students who have been in your place and done this. Krishna from FFA batch, I think it should be 5, made 2.56 lakh rupees profit in just 1 month using the strategies that we had given him, right? Vidyut, 17 lakhs in 10 weeks. Of course, he had a lot of capital to start with. Parth, 94K in just 2 weeks, right? And then there are umpteen such examples. We have our community, and there is somebody who did trading, and he made 54K and 71K in 2 days. His capital is 2 lakhs. Of course, you have bad days as well, but when the good days are much better, that is when you make money. So there are people like you who are doing it, and I just want you to start taking action. Can I have a yes, a strong yes that you will take action in the chat? Perfect, 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 perfect. Great, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, perfect. Guys, I'll share my screen once again. Can you all see my screen once again? Can I get a big yes in the chat box if you all can see my screen? Yes, yes, yes. Guys,
Yes,
how many of you absolutely loved the concepts which Rahul sir has been teaching you? The strategies, the different asset classes, and the couple of SpringPad Alpha strategies which he's going to be sharing with you guys as well. Okay, how many of you absolutely loved it? Loved it. Great, MD. Now, guys, before we dive deeper into more strategies, okay? Yes, Rahul sir has more strategies to cover in today's class itself. How many of you are excited for it? How many of you are excited to learn more strategies from Rahul sir? Yes, me. Excited. So he'll be sharing more strategies, in today's class itself. Before that, I want to cover a very small but a very important concept, which is, I want to dive deep into the world of personal finance. Type in PF in the chat box if you want to dive deep with me into the world of personal finance. Now, if you have been, if you might be wondering why, Aditya, why specifically personal finance? Trading, investing is great. Let me make more money, and let's just stick to that. So, guys, if you have that in mind, okay. So, always profit of a company. What is the formula for profit of a company? What is the formula? It is revenue minus cost. Correct. It is revenue minus cost. Correct. Agree with me? Agree with me? Yes. So similarly, the amount of money, okay, the amount of profits a person makes in a month depends on what is the income minus what are the expenses. Correct? Expenses. So if you have proper knowledge about the world of personal finance, you can decrease your expenses by getting the same amount of things, like, by spending, by actually getting the same things, and everything, whatever you have been getting, you will be getting things for free. You will be getting things at a much cheaper cost if you have proper knowledge about personal finance. Now how many of you are excited to learn this concept of personal finance, where you can actually reduce your expenses? Okay, you can reduce your expenses every single month. Excited? Very much excited. That is awesome, Aditya. Super. So let's dive deep into it. Okay. So, in personal finance, we'll be covering a couple of concepts. The first concept that we'll be covering, it is one of the most misunderstood concepts in financial concepts in India. Any guesses on what is one of the most misunderstood financial concepts in India? It is, okay, taxes, savings, FD, insurances, mutual funds, insurance. Okay, a lot of you have guessed it absolutely right. Guys, it is life insurance. Life insurance is one of the most misunderstood concepts in India. It's an absolute taboo. Type in taboo in the chat box if you agree with me that, people in India feel that it's a taboo topic to talk about life insurance. Ki maut bech raha hai. Okay, why to talk about life insurance? Why is the person selling me my death? Correct. So that is how Indians have been trained. Ki life insurance is such a taboo topic that no one talks about, but it is such a important aspect. Okay, let's dive deeper into it. Okay. Now, why life insurance? In its core, okay, anyone who's telling you that life insurance is an investment tool, that is wrong. Life insurance in its core is a risk management tool. Okay, it basically mitigates your risk. For most of us, our loved ones are at great financial risk if something happens to us. Agree with me that we are the bread earners of a family, and if we are if something happens to us, most of our families are at great financial risk if something happens. Okay, I'm just trying to be very honest with you guys. I don't want to hold back on anything. I want to be very honest with this conversation. Okay, for most of us, our loved ones are at great financial risk if something happens to us. Okay, so life insurance is an effective way to make sure our family's financial needs are satisfied even when we are not around. Okay, even in case of a whatever happens, your family's needs will be taken care of. So it is a risk management tool. Everyone clear with this concept? What exactly is life insurance? Can I get a clear in the chat box? And guys, but whenever we try to buy a life insurance, okay, whenever we try to buy a life insurance, an agent will come to your house. Okay, any agent might come to your house or your office, or you might go to a agent, and what will they sell you? They will sell you insurance plus a saving come investment experience. Agree with me? ULIPs कि पैसा वापस मिल जाएगा, you instead of investing this much, invest this much. After at the age of 85 you will get this much amount, or you can take this much, it will be linked to your mutual funds, etc. Correct. Now that is the biggest problem with life insurance. It is what you are being sold is is not a like a risk management tool. Insurance forms a small component of the premium that you are paying. The major component goes to savings or investment, okay, where the returns are so low that it does not make sense at all. Okay, it does not make sense at all. So that is why beware whenever next time you buy an insurance policy and get your money back, you are being deceived. As simple as that. Is everyone clear with it? Okay. Life insurance is a risk management tool. Okay, whenever someone is selling you an insurance and tells you that you will be getting this much amount of money back, or it will be linked to market performance, etc., etc., you are being deceived. Does everyone feel that does everyone agree with me? Does it make sense to everyone? Yes, agree. Okay, so when should you buy? You might have this question, Aditya, I am already in my 40s, I am in my 50s, I am in my 20s. When should I buy a life insurance? Buying in your 20s is beneficial, as you can lock in lower premiums for the rest of your life. And later on, guys, what happens? You develop certain health problems, and because of that, the chances of you getting life insurance also might decrease with time. So it is beneficial to get a life insurance as soon as possible. If you are in your 30s, does it mean that you should not buy a life insurance right now? Does it mean that? No, it does not mean that. Okay, it does not mean that at all. Whatever age you are right now, and if you do not have a life insurance, and if you are someone whose family is dependent on you for their financial needs, then you should be buying a insurance. Whatever, if there is an extra premium which is being charged, still you should go ahead and buy it. For your family's risk mitigation. Okay, agree with me? Yes, clear. Can I have a clear in the chat box if you are absolutely clear with it? 60 plus should I buy? It completely depends on whether your family is financially dependent on you. Okay, if you are still if your family is dependent, then you should be buying it. If they are not dependent, okay, if you have made enough money for yourself ki they are not dependent, then you can skip it as well. Okay, it completely depends. I am getting a questions, I am 40, can I buy? What about 42? Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Now, right now is the time. Okay, if you have this question, when should I buy it? Right now is the time. If you have financial dependence, right now is the time to buy your insurance. Okay, clear? Can I get a clear in the chat box if everyone is clear when to buy a life insurance? Clear. Chalo. Now there are various types of life insurance policies, and I want my students to be absolutely clear which one to go ahead with. Okay, the first type of life insurance policy, it's called as a term policy. Term policy, in by nature of it, it is it is the most it is why what exactly life insurance is. Okay, basically you pay a certain premium for for a few years, so that if an event of death occurs before your coverage, let's say you are covered till the age of 75, an event of death happens before that, then you will be your family will be getting the cover amount, or if you live past 75, then you won't be getting any sort of cover amount, and your life insurance policy lapses at the age of 76. Okay, lapses at the age of 76. That is a term policy. Can I get a clear in the chat box if you are absolutely clear with what exactly is a term policy? Clear. But are these life insurance agents selling you term policy? They are not selling you term policy. What is it that they are selling you? They are selling you ULIPs, which is investment cum insurance returns listed to market performance. They are selling you endowment plans, where they are saying ki policy pays either on death or survival till maturity. That is an endowment plan. How they are making it possible? How many of you think that endowment plan sounds so much better than term policy? Aditya, why are you suggesting us term then not endowment? me Okay, I see a couple of me's, I see a couple of no's as well. Guys, for this particular feature, they will be charging you extra premium as that. Okay, that extra premium does not make sense to give to life insurance policy. Rather, if you use that extra premium and invest and trade in the stock market, you will be able to make much more money from that. Okay, so that is why they are trying to sell you endowment plans. They are also trying to sell you money back policies. These policies pay at predetermined intervals. You pay us for 10 years, then after 20 years we'll be paying you, let's say, 5 lakh rupees every single year. Okay, so aise karke they are selling you agents are selling you various such policies. But what is the policy that you should be going for? You should be only going for a term policy. Okay, which is the truest nature of a life insurance policy. It's basically a risk management tool. Okay, it's basically a risk management tool. Can I get it clear in the chat box if you're absolutely clear with this concept? Okay, Clear. If you already have a ULIP, or some other plan, and if you want to see, it really depends whether you should, cancel your existing policy and go for some other policy. It really depends on you. So, if you want to do that, there is something called as surrender value. Okay, there is something called as surrender value. Okay, so if you're canceling your existing policy, you can get a surrender value back from your agent, from your insurance company. You have to look into the details of your life insurance policy for that. Okay, but take a call. Take a call for yourself whether it makes sense for you to cancel it, not cancel it. I'm just giving my opinion over here. Okay, I'm just giving you my opinion over here. Okay, clear? Can I get a clear in the chat box if everyone is with me and is on the same page? Yes. And guys, a life insurance policy of rupees 2 crores just costs over 20,000 a year. Okay, it might depend, it might be more, it might be less, depending on your age, depending on your health conditions, depending on your income, etc. etc. I'm just giving a rough number over here, 20,000 a year, and I'm sure everyone who is attending this particular program are a part of my masterclass, and you can afford this much amount. So go ahead and actually buy a life insurance policy. In fact, I'll be giving you homework towards the end as well, to tell your family about your life insurance policy, etc. etc. So I'll be going ahead towards the end and giving you a homework regarding the same as well. Okay? Okay? Can I get a clear? Is everyone with me so far? Is everyone with me so far? Can I get a with you in the chat box if you are with me? Yes, with you. With you. Okay, perfect. Okay, chalo, moving forward. Now, this was about life insurance policy. Moving on to the second concept of personal finance. Okay, on to the second concept. Now guys, this is a concept via which you will be able to, okay, let's say if you have a monthly expenditure of 1 lakh rupees, I'm just giving a random number. Let's say if you have a monthly expenditure of 1 lakh rupees, you will be able to reduce that, okay, reduce that to just 90,000. Basically, you will be able to reduce it by 10%. Whatever expenses you are incurring, you will be able to reduce it by 10% if you start using this, this tool. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the world of credit cards. The world of credit cards. Okay, and guys, I absolutely love credit cards. Okay, I'll be very honest with you. I absolutely love credit cards. I have more than 7 credit cards. Okay, I have more than 7 credit cards which I've been using, and if used right, okay, credit card in hands of a responsible person can work wonders. Okay, in case of a irresponsible person, of course, you can't do anything about it, but in case in hands of a responsible person, it can work wonders, and it can easily save you 10% of your monthly expenses. How many of you are mind blown by this, whatever I just said, and you feel ki, it would be really great if I can show you how to save 10% of your monthly expenses every single month via just using a credit card. Is it really? Yes, it is really. I'll prove it to you guys as well. Okay. Now guys, before I go into credit card, which credit card to choose, etc. Okay. I let me firstly establish the fact on why I think I am one of the best people, okay, one of the best people in the world to teach you about credit cards. Okay, guys, I have not met or seen anyone, okay, in the world who has basically benefited. I don't know of anyone who has benefited more out of credit cards than me. Okay, why do I say that? What have I gotten for free using my credit card in the last 2 years? Let me just go ahead and show you that. Number one, I have gotten 3 iPhones for my family and business. One is right over here, okay, one is in the other room, and one is in my office. Okay, so there are 3 iPhones for my family and business which I have bought using my credit card in the last 2 years. Then I have gotten flight tickets for 2, both me and my wife, to Mexico, to and fro, for completely free using my credit card. Then one entire trip to Vietnam for my entire family of 8 people. We went to Vietnam using my credit card. Then talking about one solo trip to UK, Scotland and Ireland, I did that as well using my credit card. Then this is my the gaming room at my house. So there's a 55-inch Samsung TV and a PS5, as you can see on the screen. This is something which I was able to buy via the help of my credit card. Okay, then I've been able to do multiple stays, okay, multiple stays at ITC hotels and a couple of them at Taj as well, via whatever I have achieved via my credit card. Okay, you can in fact see screenshots for the same as well. Okay, HDFC, I have a Diners Black credit card. Okay, and you can see over here the total available points over here, 8,15,398 rupees. Okay, 8,15,398, and over here 1 point equal to 1 rupee. Okay, and talking about my other credit card, I've just shown 2 credit cards over here. I have more than 7 credit cards. Okay, over here you can see the available reward points 1,02,000, but over here 4 reward points equal to 1 rupee, so that is just about 25,000 rupees. Okay, so I have accumulated, even after spending on all of this, these are the amounts which are left. I have accumulated over more than 28 lakhs via my credit card. How many of you are absolutely mind blown looking at this? MB, mind blown. MB. Okay, so I've been able to accumulate over 28 lakhs via my credit card, and that is why I feel, okay, I'm one of the best people to teach you about the world of credit card. Now you might be wondering, Alta, why to pay via credit card? What are the benefits out of it? Guys, there are 3 major benefits of using a credit card. Number 1, it helps you build your CIBIL score. Okay, it helps you build your credit score or CIBIL score, whatever you call it. Okay, and this CIBIL score, every month you are using your credit card, you are paying the bills, it will help you build your CIBIL score, and using that you can actually get good EMI rates whenever you are I hopefully wish that none of you have to actually take EMIs interest after whatever we are going to be teaching you. You have learned that, but still, in case you have to take any sort of EMIs, a good credit score really helps. In fact, let me show you that home loan interest based on CIBIL score. If you go ahead and check this, okay, see, if your CIBIL score is higher, then you will be able to get you will be able to get home loan. The rate of interest for you will be lower than other people. So basically, having a good CIBIL score really helps you in the long run, and that is why having a credit card helps you build your credit score as well. Okay, is everyone clear with the first benefit of using a credit card? Can I get a clear in the chat box if you're absolutely clear with it? Clear. Chalo, moving forward. What is the second benefit of using a credit card? It is getting cash back and rewards to pay for trips, stays, and electronics. Okay, as I was mentioning, I'll tell you the various credit cards which I have in mind as well, which I wanted to show to you. So you can get rewards and cashbacks to pay for your trips, stays, and electronics, as I just showed you. Also, you can the third benefit of a credit card, guys. How many of you have went to Amazon, Flipkart, or any electronic store or any store like that and purchased things? Let's say if you buy a 1 lakh rupees iPhone, okay, if you use a certain credit card, you get a no cost EMI on it. Where you basically have to pay the same amount, but you don't have to pay it at one go. Maybe you can pay it at 12 months, in 6 months, etc. Okay, so that is how no cost EMI works, and there are 2 benefits. Okay, there are 2 benefits of going via a no cost EMI method. Firstly, the capital, your liquidity is saved. 1 lakh rupees iPhone, let's say if you do a 12-month no cost EMI, then you just have to pay 8,000 rupees in the first month. Rest 92,000 rupees is saved in your bank account. Okay, so firstly, you don't have to break your liquidity, and secondly, can anyone guess what is the second benefit of going via no cost EMI? Anyone guess that? You can use that 92,000 rupees. Okay, you can use that 92,000 rupees to invest and trade in the stock market and make much more money from that. How many of you are mind blown looking at these 3 benefits of a credit card, especially the benefit of a no cost EMI credit card? MB, super amazing, guys. Okay, now you might be having this question, which card should I go for, Aditya? How many of you have this question, which card should I go for? Okay, guys, I'll tell you. Okay, according to my verdict, I'll tell you entry level, mid level, and high level credit card as well. According to my verdict, okay, there are more than 300 credit cards in India. and I can tell you that more than 80% of them are absolutely ridiculous. Okay, you should not even consider them. Okay, more than 80%. The remaining 20% credit cards can actually help you save, money every single month. So if you are someone, best credit card, my verdict, entry level. If you are someone who spends if you are someone who is spending less than 30,000 rupees per month, okay, if you are someone who is spending less than 30,000 rupees per month, you should be going for an entry level credit card. Okay, entry level credit card, which is the credit card that you can go for, you can go for a SBI cashback credit card. I'm not sure why this particular photo is not loading, but you can go for a SBI cashback credit card. Okay guys, SBI cashback credit card, you can go for that. By the name of it, it's a cashback credit card. Okay, so every month, what is the fee for it? The annual fee, very nominal, just 1000 rupees plus GST, so around 1179 rupees. So the reward rate that you get via SBI cashback credit card is 5% flat cashback. Okay, 5%. So let's say if you're spending 1 lakh rupees in a month, let's say if you're spending 1 lakh rupees in a month, what is the amount of cashback that you'll be getting by if you do that spends via SBI cashback credit card? You will be getting 5,000 rupees back into your account, but there is a maximum cap of 5k. That is why I told it's an entry level credit card. If you're spending 2 lakhs, okay, if you're spending 2 lakhs, then also you will be getting 5k back only, because there is a maximum cap of 5k. But straight away, guys, straight away you are saving 5%, by just spending, via this credit card, and 1% if you are doing any of offline sales, or offline purchases. Okay, best for all online spends, and reward capped at rupees 5,000 every month. That is why it is an entry level credit card. What is the eligibility? 21 to 65 years old plus verified income. You can go for, apply for it and see if you can get it. What is my bonus hack? Okay, I'll give you one more extra bonus hack. I told you that you can save 10%. I told you can save 10%. Correct? Yes, remember? Remember, this is every month. Okay. Remember, yes, 5,000 rupees you can save every month via this. Okay, so you can save 5% directly via that, and the remaining 5% you can save via gift vouchers. Okay, via gift vouchers. Let me share my screen once again so that I can explain you the concept of gift vouchers as well. Okay. Okay, so guys, if you go to Amazon, okay, if you go to Amazon, okay, and look for gift vouchers, okay, look for any sort of gift vouchers. Let's say if I want a Myntra gift voucher, okay, if you want to buy something from Myntra, instead of directly putting your credit card over here, you can go to Amazon and get another 5% off on a Myntra, gift voucher as well. Let's say if you are taking a 10,000 rupees gift voucher, then what is the amount of off that you will be getting further if you take a gift voucher? What is the amount? It will be 500 rupees. So you are getting additional 5%, saving over here. So like Myntra, you can get it for, Big Basket, you can get it for Zomato, which is offering you 3% extra. You can get it for KFC, you can get it for Reliance Trends, which is giving you 6% extra. Like this, there are so many companies which offer you this concept of gift card. Okay, there are so many companies which offer you gift card via which you can save this additional 5%, 3%, 6%, 8% in sometimes as well. Okay, does it make so much more sense to you in order to purchase gift cards going forward instead of purchasing things directly? Yes. And guys, you might be wondering, कि अरे तो ये सब तो बहुत छोटा amount है. Okay, 5%, 2%, 500 rupees. What will I do by saving 500 rupees? Guys, believe me, when this amount compounds over years and years, you will see a significant difference in your wealth if you have been saving. Okay, every month you will be able to save this additional 5%, 10%, 15% money, which will really be helpful for you in the long run. Okay, so that is the credit card, which you should be going for an entry level. Now talking about mid level, if you're spending anywhere between 30,000 rupees to let's say 80,000 rupees, you can go for a mid level credit card. I feel Axis Atlas. Okay, Axis Atlas is an amazing credit card when it comes to mid level. The annual fee for it is rupees 5,000 plus GST. Reward rate that you get 10% for airlines and hotel. Let's say if you are booking a airline for 50,000 rupees, what is the reward that you will be getting? You will be getting 10% 5% reward. So 5,000 rupees straight reward you will be getting. What is the eligibility? 18 to 70 years income plus income, 12 LPA for salaried professional, or 18 LPA for business owners. My bonus tip: use it to enjoy a nice staycation every year. Okay, you can go, let's say if you're staying in Bombay, you can simply go to Taj, Bombay, using the reward points that you have collected via Access Atlas. Similarly, you can do anything, guys. Okay, you can actually enjoy these staycations, which if you actually spend money from your pocket, it will seem like a lot. But if you have collected this reward points, or over the, let's say, the last 12 months, you will be able to utilize it together and actually enjoy a staycation with your family. Does it make sense? Can I have a MS in the chat box if it makes complete sense to you? MS. Superb. Okay. Besides this, there are two more, mid-level credit cards like Axis Magnus. Let's say if you're spending 1.5 lakhs every single month, okay, you will be getting a 17.5% reward point over here. American Express, amazing card, but I wouldn't suggest it. Why so? Because, in India, there are not a lot of companies who accept payments via American Express credit card. But if you're staying outside India and you want to use a credit card, then Amex is amazing outside India. In India, there are certain limitations with Amex, so I hope that they resolve it very soon. But otherwise, a great credit card. Okay, chalo. Now my verdict: which is the best credit card, okay, which is the topmost level credit card according to my verdict. Okay, I'll say that it is from HDFC. There are two credit cards from HDFC which are my absolute favorite. Okay, which are these? First one is Infinia. Okay, HDFC Infinia and HDFC Diners Black, absolutely the best credit cards. Okay, and there is a status which is involved if you have a Infinia credit card. Okay, if you have a Infinia credit card and you take it out in order to purchase something, you automatically know that this person is doing amazing in his life, in his or her life. Why do I say that? Because the minimum salary for working professionals and business owners is 60 LPA. 60 LPA is required in order to get a HDFC Infinia. If you can get it, then you should definitely go for it. If you can't, then we'll soon get there. Do not worry about it. We'll soon increase our income and get there as well. Okay. So HDFC Infinia annual fee is rupees 12,500 plus GST. Okay, and you will be getting welcome bonus as well that you get with HDFC Infinia. That is 12,500. So basically you get the entire card, you get the entire card for free itself, just that you have to pay for it, and then you get a welcome bonus, just that the GST amount is something that you need to pay for. Okay, talking about the reward rates, you get basically 3.3% for any offline or online spend that you do via HDFC Infinia. But if you do hotel bookings, then you get 10 times of that, basically 33%. How many of you are absolutely mind blown that, let's say if you book a hotel for 1 lakh rupees, let's say if you book 4 nights of hotel for 1 lakh rupees, you get 33% back. 33% as reward rate. Basically, instead of paying 1 lakh, you just need to pay 67%. How many of you feel that this would be absolutely mind blowing? So that is something which Infinia offers to you. Then there are, it offers you 5x, basically 16.5% for flights and vouchers as well. Okay, 16.5%. Okay, so that is something that you can get on your flights. Let's say if you are booking a 10,000 rupees flight, it will actually cost you just 8,300 rupees if you have a Infinia credit card. And for any other online offline spend, 3.3% is something that you get. And this is the criteria which I've already told you: 60 LPA for private sector and self-employed, 42 LPA for government employees. Okay. So guys, you can go for any credit card that you want. This is just the verdict which I am giving from my side. You feel free to go for any credit card, but go for a credit card. It will really be helpful for you in the long run in saving your expenses. Does everyone agree with me, and is everyone with me on the same page so far? Agree? Amazing. Agree? Okay, whatever credit card, I'm not trying to promote any credit card or anything like that. Okay, whatever credit card you feel like, you should be just going ahead with it, because it will really be helpful for you in the long run. I just want you all to just go ahead and do that. Now comes, guys, the next concept in personal finance. Very Very important. So far, whatever we have learned was the world of was the world of good debt. Okay, then comes the world of bad debt. How many of you are here facing EMI deductions every single month? Whenever your salary hits, the first thing that you have to think about, what are the different sort of EMIs that you have to pay. Type in home loan in the chat box, or car loan, or personal loan, or credit card loan, or whatever the case is for you. If you are taken certain sort of loan and you're paying EMIs every single month for it. Home loan, car loan, personal loan, home loan, credit card loan, home loan, gold loan. Okay, I see a lot of responses in the chat box. Okay, people have different sort of loans. Okay, now guys, what if I tell you that I can help you? Okay, what if I tell you that I can help you get out of these loans faster? If I can help you get out of these loans, out of these debts faster, every single month the EMI that you have to pay, you probably might not have to pay it for a longer period of time. Now, guys, if you are thinking that I'll do some magic, I'll transfer you some money, or if I could do that, if I could help you just vanish your loans overnight, okay, I would be more than happy to do that. But I actually cannot do that. Okay, I actually cannot do that. So, I'm not going to be doing some sort of magic, but I'll be explaining with you pure mathematics. Okay, we'll be using pure mathematics in order to actually help you reduce your the amount of interest, reduce the number of months that you will be needing to pay your EMI for. How many of you are super excited for something like this? Via which, just by pure mathematics, okay, we'll be able to get out of our loans much faster. Super excited? Chalo, let's do that. How do we do that? We do it with the help of a concept which is called as prepayment. Now guys, some of you might be saying कि prepayment मेरे बैंक में allowed नहीं है, etc etc. Guys, let me be very straight with you. Go to check RBI guidelines. RBI has mandated that each and every bank, no bank can deny you prepayment. Okay, no bank can deny you prepayment. Even if it charges you certain amount, it cannot deny you prepayment. Okay, pay that extra amount, because I'll tell you what prepayment can help you out with. Okay, I'll tell you what prepayment can help you out with. Let's see it with the help of a demo. Okay, guys, can you all see my screen once again? Can you all see my screen? Yes. So I'll go to basically this website. I'll hide the link of this website. I'll share it with you towards the end. Okay, I'll share you the link towards the end, because I want everyone's full attention over here on the screen. Okay, guys, let's say if you have to buy a 2 BHK, 3 BHK in a metro city in India right now, it will easily cost you 1 crore rupees. It will easily cost you, the house will easily cost you 1 crore. Certain times it might cost 2 crore, 3 crore, 4 crore, or if you are going for ultra luxury, it could cost 10 crores as well. Okay? There is no limit to it. But let's say for the sake of calculation, we take 1 crore rupees. Okay? Now, if you take a 1 crore, house, in a metro city in India, you need to pay 20% as down payment. 20% down payment. Remaining 80% you can take a loan on. Let's say you have taken a 80 lakh rupees loan. Okay? Let's say you have taken a 80 lakh rupees loan. Is everyone with me so far? Can I have a with you in the chat box if you are with me? Yes. Now, interest rate, home loan interest rate could be 8.5%, it could be 9%, it could be 9.5%. Okay, it could vary anywhere between that. Okay, let's say for the sake of simplicity we take 9%. Okay, for the sake of simplicity we'll take 9% tenure, guys. An average home loan would be somewhere around 25 years or 30 years. Agree with me? 20, 25, 30 years. Yes. What should I go with? 25, 30 or 20? Tell me. Okay, let's do average. Okay, 25 साल. Let's do average. 25 years is the average that a home loan would go for. You can do the same calculation for 30 or 20 as well. Okay, now guys, if you take a 80 lakh rupees loan at a 9% rate of interest with a 25 years tenure and click on calculate EMI, okay, your monthly EMI would come out to be rupees 67,136. ठीक है, it would come out to be approximately rupees 67,136, where the principal payable is 80 lakhs, the amount that you have taken. The interest payable is 1 crore 21 lakh rupees. Okay, it is 1 crore 21 lakh rupees. So the total amount that you have to pay over 25 years is 2 crore and 2 crore 1 lakh. Okay, I want all of you to remember this number. In fact, let me share it with you guys as well. Okay, I want all of you to remember this number. Okay, you are paying a interest of 1 crore 21 lakh rupees in order to pay off 80 lakh rupees. Okay, that is the sad reality of interest rates that you are having to bear. But guys, I want you all to do one thing. Okay, what I want you all to do one thing. I told you that with the help of pure mathematics, we'll try to reduce your home loan. Let's say guys, in the first year, okay, in the first year of paying off your EMIs, okay, at the end of first year, you, instead of paying 12 EMIs, you pay 13 EMIs only for the first year. Can we go ahead and do that? Can we try for 12 months to save certain extra amount like 5,000-6,000 rupees every single month, okay, in order to pay off one additional EMI at the end of first year of our loan? Okay, if we go ahead and do that, okay, I'll choose prepayment one time. I will pay 67,136. I will pay this, let's say, in Jan 2026. ठीक है, and then I'll click on add prepayment. Okay guys, as soon as I click on add prepayment, basically one extra EMI we are paying in Jan 2026, I'll click on add prepayment, and guys, I want you all to type in OMG in the chat box, because we have been able to reduce, okay, the total amount which we had to pay was 2 crore 1 lakh earlier and 25 years by just paying one additional EMI. By just paying one additional EMI, we have saved 5 lakh rupees and 8 months. 8 months where you do not have to wake up every single, the first date of every single month and clear off your EMIs. How many of you feel that, this would be a game changer for you, given that you have understood this concept? Okay, I have shared the numbers, again in the chat box. 1 crore 96 lakh rupees, and we have reduced the tenure by 8 months. Now guys, if we are able to do that, ठीक है, if we have been able to do that, ठीक है, so what if instead of doing it just in our first year of EMI, can we try a bit harder? Can we try a bit harder and actually do it at the end of every year? At the end of every year. So every year, instead of paying 12 EMIs, we'll pay 13 EMIs. In every year, instead of paying 12 EMIs, we'll be paying 13 EMIs. Can we try and do that? Can we try and do that? Yes, chalo, let's try and do that. Okay, so I'll do it yearly. Prepayment option, we'll be doing it yearly. Okay, prepayment amount is 67,136. We'll be starting it in Jan 2026 and we'll be ending. Okay, it's a 25-year loan, so I'll be adding 25 over here. Okay, so let's say till 2049. ठीक है? Okay, so let's say till Jan. It is not letting me go further. Let's say till Jan 2049 we pay off our EMIs. ठीक है? So it is for approximately 25 years. ठीक है? It is for 24 actually, but it won't matter. Why, I'll tell you. Okay. If I add this prepayment, if I remove the first prepayment, and if I add this prepayment, okay, if I add this prepayment, guys, can you all see on the screen that we have removed, okay, we have removed around 5 years and 3 months, okay, 5 years and 3 months we have saved. Okay, we have saved 5 years and 3 months in additionally every single okay, basically our total tenure we have reduced by 5 years 3 months, and we have reduced the EMI total amount that we are paying back from 2 crore 1 lakh to we reduced to 1 crore 96 lakh. Now we have reduced it to 1 crore 71 lakh rupees. Okay, now how many of you feel that your mind is absolutely blown by just simple pure mathematics? I showed you that by paying off one single EMI extra every single year, you can actually save this much amount of money. MB 30 lakh saving. This is super mind blowing, Aditya. How many of you feel that this is a highlight? How many of you feel that this is one of the highlights for you in today's session? Highlight. Superb, amazing. This was wow, awesome. So guys, this is something we were able to do with pure mathematics. Now, how many of you have this question? How many of you have this question? Ki Aditya, this sounds good, but how to get that extra EMI every single month? How many of you have this question? Ki Aditya, it is already we are living on the edge, and our savings are on the edge. How to get that extra EMI every single month? Me. Guys, the simple answer. Okay, the simple answer to this particular question is by trading in the stock market. Okay, by trading in the stock market. And guys, I have to just shown you the mathematics behind a simple middle class urban house in a metro city in India. Okay, if you go in Mumbai Mahalakshmi course, or in Kolkata, if you go to Alipur and go for actual flats over here, these amounts could be as high as 25 crores as well. So people do have the well to spend in your in their luxury livings. Okay, you just need to decide where you want to be. Okay, and for that you need to change your mindset. It is very important to change your mindset. What is the mindset that I want all of you to adopt? That you can actually generate that extra EMI, get out of debt very fast. How so? By actually trading in the stock market, because there is no other way. Already you are doing a job 9 to 5. Can you make that extra income by working from 5 to let's say night 1 or 2? Can you do that? Okay, you will be moonlighting, you won't get that job, you will be super tired, and in fact if your first company gets to know, or any of the companies get to know, you will be fired from both the places. Okay, so you cannot get that extra EMI by working in one more job. You cannot get that extra EMI by starting let's say if you're already doing a job and you want to start a business. That is probably a way that you can actually go ahead and do that, but it is again very difficult. I'm sure that most of my students over here, they want to achieve this while continuing their own job. So how do you actually make that extra income? Okay, how do you make that extra income as a working professional, as a business owner? You cannot do that by trading your trading your time for money. You cannot invest that extra time. You will just get burnt out in the long run. It is not possible. So how do you do that? By actually trading in the stock market. By actually trading in the stock market. How many of you feel that it makes so much sense to you? Okay, how many of you feel that it makes a lot of sense for you? And whatever misconceptions you have been having, key for actually making money in the stock market by trading, I have to sit in front of my screen every morning from 9 a.m. To 3 p.m. and actually trade every day. I have to sit for 6 hours. How will I do that, etc. Guys, we saw the strategies which Rahul sir told us. Right, Rahul sir taught us a few strategies. He'll be teaching us more strategies. Prateek sir will be teaching us more strategies. We'll be learning strategy building using AI as well, via which you will not have to give your time. Okay, you won't have to trade your time for money. Okay, you can actually set up systems which actually does trade automatically on your behalf. Okay, you just need to monitor it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day, and you will be able to generate that extra income from trading, from investing every single month. How many of you are absolutely mind blown hearing at that? Key, this is the only way, by actually trading in the stock market. That is the only way that you can actually generate that extra income, via which you can solve all your financial independence problems. Okay, clear? Mind blown? URL will be giving towards the end. Okay, will be giving towards the end, so that you are not you don't get confused right now. Just try it later on after the session, because we are not done yet. We'll be teaching more strategies. How many of you are excited for more strategies by Rahul sir? How many
Yeah,
of you are excited for more strategies by Rahul sir?
yes.
Me. Excited? Excited? Okay, superb, superb. Okay, chalo. So, guys, I think this session will go on till 10:15. We are running late by 10-15 minutes. So hold on till that, because whatever we are gonna be covering is actually gonna blow your mind. And towards the end, we'll be marking our attendance as well. Okay, we'll be marking our attendance as well towards the end. So, chalo, let's hang on and let's learn more from Rahul sir.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Aditya, for the wonderful, session on personal finance. I will try and do my level best to match Aditya's level of content, and I know it was absolutely mind blowing whatever he shared. And coming back to trading, so I'll try again to do my best, and hopefully I can excite you as much as well. Right. So before I get on to that, let me quickly ask you a question. Of course, whatever Aditya said about trading and everything, I'll be giving you a glimpse of that. Okay? I'll be giving you a glimpse of that. But before that, can you tell me one thing? I have one very simple question for you. Can you help me identify this chart? Yes. What is it? What does the chart depict? Zoom, please. Okay. That's 1 year. December last year till November. Stock price. Which stock? Girls. So many answers. Gold? No. Gold did not give 100% returns. Adani? No. Polycap? No. But good guess. DMAT? No. Bitcoin? No. Tesla? No. Well, let me cut to the chase. Right? Let me ask you another question. If you could go back in time, would you have liked to invest in this stock? Yes, of course, yes, right? What sort of question is that, Rahul sir? Of course, yes, absolutely. Well, it's not a stock, guys. Sorry to disappoint you. It is my Zerodha PNL for December 2023 to November 2024. This is what I have for you. It is one of my DMAT accounts. And what I want you to, sorry about that. Sorry about all the drama, right? Just wanted to catch your attention because I want your attention on this, right? Not the exact amount of money that is there in my DMAT account does not matter. It is one of the many DMAT accounts that I have. What I want to draw your attention on is the 28.9%. Okay. Now, this is what I want you to focus on. And believe me when I say so, always focus on percentages. Does not matter whether you're starting from 5,000, 10,000, 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. I am always happy, much more happier, in fact, when a student with, let's say, 50,000 capital makes 10% returns, that is 5,000 rupees in a month, trying trading, rather than another student who is with 10 lakh rupees making 5,000 a month, which is 0.5%. So it does not matter how much capital you have. If you're doing the right thing continuously, your capital will always grow. So whenever you're talking in the domain of finance, always talk percentages. You ask any trader worth his salt, ask any investor worth his salt, ask any research analyst, they will always talk in, let's say, percentages or what we call basis points, right? 1 basis point is 0.01%. So always talk percentages, and that is what I wanted to draw your attention towards, right? And believe me, when I say so, it's not only about theory, because trading is as much as an art. Trading and investing, as much of an art as much is a science, right? So I want to touch upon that as well. This is not just skill, This is about keeping it simple. It is about doing the right stuff. It is about having the right mindset. Okay? It is about having the right mindset. And let me tell you rather, and I'm sure a lot of you will relate with this, what the mindset is when I first interact with students and like yourself, and I'm sure a lot of you will, you know, it will take off in your case as well. First complaint or gripe or question that I get, so I don't have the skills to identify these trends. Tell me something. I showed you the Alpha Plus investing strategy. Will that help you invest even if you do not belong to the markets background, if you have not been there? So, of course, yes, right? That is one strategy out of many investing strategies out there. So, skills can be learned from mentors like me. We have the 4 days to impart so much of knowledge to you. Skills can be learned. So, if you are somebody who thinks on these lines, please do away with that thought. Today, in the session itself, we have negated this point, right? And I'll be doing even more so coming up. Second thing that I get a lot is I'm already doing it, but it is not working out for me. Very good. It is not something that you get demotivated by, but think of it this way. If you have 5 doors in front of you and you're playing a game, right? I had seen this usually when I was a child. There was what is behind this door, what is behind that door, and you have 5 doors in front of you. You open 3 doors and there is a prize behind one door. You open 3 doors and you get nothing. Rather than being sad about that fact, you should be happy that the next you know what not to choose or what not to do, and now you're narrowing down upon what is actually correct and what is actually going to work, right? So you know what doesn't work, and then you at least tried, and now you, with a little bit of trial and error, you will crack it. So that is the sort of mindset you should be. Always glass half full, not glass half empty. Correct? So that is not a point altogether that you should be worrying about. Third thing that I get a lot is I'm afraid of going wrong and losing money. Very good. Very, very good. Whenever somebody tells me this, I am very happy because I know for a fact that that person is a serious investor. He's serious about his money today. That means he's serious about his long-term wealth also. I do not want somebody to fleet in and fleet out and treat the markets as a game, because the markets will then make a game of that person. Very good. If you're conscious about your money, great. That means you have that inherent psychology of risk management, of capital management. You will always make the right decisions. You will always take the right approach before putting in your money. So again, glass half full, not glass half empty. All you need to do in this case to mitigate this point is have a stop loss. Something is as simple as a stop loss, a robust risk management system, which you can learn within a day or two. It takes a little more to implement because again, you have human emotions. But once you learn, that is not something which is rocket science. It is an emotion that you can control. So again, this is not a point that you should be worrying about at all. And last but not the least, and this gets me going, I'll be very honest with you. I don't have enough money to start. I'll tell you a small story. I won't beat about the fact that I come from a lower middle class background and all that. I did not get any pocket money. I was already very thankful to my parents for giving me good education. What I did as a college student was I started giving tuitions, right? I used to teach them physics, maths, English, and science, right? Chemistry. So I used to make 4,000 rupees as a student, which was great. Out of that 4,000 rupees, that was my pocket money. I used to spend 2,000 in transport and everything, and the remaining 2,000 I used to put into the markets. Back then, I was just learning the ropes. I was learning my CFA, FRM, and everything. So what I learned was I used to invest in index funds, but I invested, and believe me, I am so happy that 2K is probably worth more than 2 lakhs today because it got me into the habit, it got the compounding that it needed, and it served my purpose. Also, if I say, and don't laugh and be very honest, this is an iPhone Pro Max, okay? If I say that, you know what, I'm willing to sell this for 10,000 rupees, okay? I'm willing to sell this for 10,000 rupees. By hook or by crook, I know for a fact that you will arrange 10,000 rupees and get this brand a brand new iPhone Pro Max, whatever. Yes or no? Yes. Of course, yes, right? Because you think you're getting it for cheap, right? If you're buying stocks today, always remember you're getting it for cheap. Whatever money you put it is going to be manifold down the line. So, whatever money you have, that is not a point. Enough money does not exist. Nobody has enough money. If you ask Mukesh Ambani, do you have enough money? He'll probably say, no, I want more. Right? Enough money is a myth. Do what you need to do with what you have. That is enough. And that is enough for you. And that is what is going to, create your wealth journey for you. Now, a few things that I do not completely, absolutely disagree with. I don't have the time to learn trading. It just requires a systematic approach, a few selected time slots in a day, or a few time slot in a week, or a time slot in a month. Trading does not mean sitting in front of the screen from 9:15 to 3:30 p.m. Okay? Pratik is a trading expert. He does not sit in front of the screen. He teaches, he trades, he does trading for our clients as well. He does not do that. Okay? That is a myth. I don't have the time to do research. You don't have to do research. Alpha Plus investing strategy, we have done the research for you because you're not adept at the moment. Okay? Also, it just takes a little bit of effort. You don't have to be, Ashwath Damodaran to start investing in the stocks. If you know who he is, you know. If you don't, genius. Okay? It requires a strategic approach. You choose the battle that you can win. Don't go and fight all battles. There is something for everybody in the markets. You just need to find your niche. And there are multiple frameworks that we are going to teach across these 4 days. So, don't have time to do the research. Don't even go there. And then we have AI also, but I'll keep that a surprise. Okay? I'm currently content with the 12-15% my mutual fund is generating. Okay? I showed you that 12-15%, 13% on average, it is just giving a real return of around 5%. Real return of 5% versus real return of 15% or 20%. How do you think the difference is going to be huge? If for this much more effort, you can make this much more return, okay? Will you do it, yes or no? Will you do it for your future's sake? Then absolutely. I think it's not even justified discussing this point, and that is what it gets me going whenever somebody says this to me. And lastly, and I know a lot of you will have this question, especially now, I believe this is not the right time to be in the stock market. How many of you think this is true? Markets are volatile, markets are falling, right? It's a bear market right now, is it? All of you who agree that this is not the right time, you couldn't be more wrong. I, as a professional practitioner for Goldman Sachs, for the biggest of the biggest investment banks and private equity firms, for my clients as well, as a mentor, I live for these moments. I live for these moments. And I'll tell you, and wait for it, it is a dialogue. Okay? It is a dialogue in English, and I want you to listen to it. It's very fancy. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Understood? When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Okay? Wealth is in fact built in these times. When you have your session with Pratik tomorrow, ask him, Yes, sir. What did you do during COVID? ठीक है? What did you do during COVID? He made massive profits for him, for me, for the clients during COVID. I am investing as much as possible for my clients because I am getting stocks for proper valuations. I am not buying 100 रुपए का चीज for 300 rupees. I am buying 100 rupees का चीज for 100 rupees. When the cycle turns, I will be driving a Ferrari while others will be driving, let's say, an Alto. With all due respect to Alto, great car. And what do I mean by that? I'm not talking about the wealth aspect of it. When the markets rebound, my portfolio is going to grow much faster than the other people because I'm picking stuff at correct valuations. Okay? I will not be sitting at losses and waiting for it to recover. I'll be buying stuff at the correct prices, and when the markets rebound, it'll be like a boomerang. So, if you are an investor, bull markets make you a profit, bear markets make you a fortune. These are the moments that we live for as a professional investor. And once you know, once you learn, you will appreciate where the crowd is headed. That is not where you want to be. Okay? So, all these problems, how many of you had one or the other query or one or the other concern amongst these four or these four? Yeah. Now, be very honest with me. I have debunked each and everything. Can I comfortably expect all of you to not have any of these hiccups in your mind anymore? Can I please? These are all excuses. And you guys are not people who I at least think you're not people who give you excuses. So let's just keep this aside and not pay any heed to this. Why am I telling you about all these things which are wrong? People have the wrong mindset because I want you to demystify those and put you on the right mindset to achieve something similar. Okay? To achieve something similar. Okay? Now, return. Rahul sir, you're talking a lot about return. Why do you think I'm emphasizing so much on returns? Any guesses whatsoever? Profit, alpha, compounding. Why this out of everything? Let us take a step back. Shall we do a little bit of learning? Back to theory. Shall we? All right. So, the future value of money depends on three things. Okay? Have you ever seen those mutual fund sahi hai, SIP calculator ads? Right? You put in this much money, you put in 1,000 rupees SIP for these many years, and you'll become a crorepati. Three things go there. Amount of money, that is how much SIP you're doing, time period of investment, and rate of return. These are the three things that you need to input for any of these calculators. ठीक है? Mutual fund सही है, correct to some extent, but not what they tell you. Any which ways. So, amount of money invested, time period of investment, rate of return. Can I have three in the chat? If you understand that these are the three fundamental pillars on which your future wealth is going to depend on. Perfect. Thank you. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of you are in a job earning a salary and this salary takes care of all your EMIs and monthly expenses? Just a thumbs up or a show of hands will do. Me, mine. Unfortunately, with with crying emoji. Okay. I get the point. Okay? And that is why I asked you this question. It is not unfounded random question. How many of you are doing the same thing and earning your income via a business and that takes care of all your expenses and EMIs? Again, a lot of BO, business owners, Shailendra ji and everybody. Perfect. How many of your students and you have not started making that much of money which you think can make a difference in your life? investing that can make a difference in your life, right? A lot of me's. Good to see young people, you know, interested in money as well, right? Personal finance, money, wealth. It's good. Always start early. Now, why am I asking you these random questions? Let me put to you another question. All of you said yes, right? Irrespective whether you are holding a job, whether you're a business, or whether you're a student making little income, right? If I ask you to start investing, you know, significantly more. For example, if I ask you, you know what, you're investing every month, put in 30,000 more every month into the markets. Will you be able to do that comfortably? Some of you might, if you are on a high income. Some of you won't. Especially, at least I think majority of you would not be able to do it comfortably. Correct? So, it is very difficult and not feasible for money. So tell me something, the amount of money that you invest in the markets, one of the three fundamental pillars, is it something that you can control? Is it a constraint or some for you? Absolutely yes. It is a constraint for everybody. There is always a cap. For some, that cap might be 30,000. For some, that cap might be 3 lakh. Does not matter. Everybody has a cap. You can't keep on putting in as much as possible. No, you can't. You have a ceiling. You have an income ceiling, right? So that is a limiting factor. You cannot choose it. It is chosen for you. Second question, right? And I want you to be completely honest with me. Are we on time? Do you think you are on time when it comes to your wealth creation journey? Or do you think you're late? Most of you saying late. It's good to see that most of you are saying late. That means you understand the power of compounding, right? Right? We can't go back in time, become young and start again, can we? It's not a practical solution. Maybe when quantum physics does wonders, we can able to time travel, but not at the moment. So what is the solution? Start now. The best time to invest was yesterday, and the next best time is to start investing today. Again, very cliched but very apt. Okay? So again, time is a limiting factor. The second pillar of the three fundamental pillars is a limiting factor. Yes or no? Correct? It's a limitation that we have. It's not something which is in our control. What does that leave us with? Rate of return. That, my friend, is something which is in our control. We can choose to just be index passive investors, earn a 12-13% from the Nifty 50 every month, or we can be a little more active, make a few strategic choices. I showed you one example earlier on. I'll be showing you another example and many, many more of such ways which enable you to generate higher returns. Higher returns mean higher wealth. That is the only thing in your control. So can I have a ROR in the chat? A rate of return, ROR. That is the reason why I was, barking like a mad dog about return. Because you have to understand the other factors are limitations, not something in your control. And that is what brings me to this. What are people usually doing? They're investing in the Nifty 50. Or the same guys, 12-13%, investing in mutual funds, maybe in good years, making 13% on average across years. It's not going to make a lot of difference. Okay? But if you put in a little more effort, invest smarter, trade smarter, try and generate 25-30% returns, right? That is what is going to make it for you, right? In fact, I won't even go again back to this. I made 129% last year. It was great. Does not happen every year, but on average, over the last 5 years, I have made 63% on average. So sky is the limit, and this is what is going to define your journey. Okay? Now you might ask, why do I make so much extra effort for 10% return? Okay? I can invest in mutual funds 15%. I am asking you to make 25-30%. Why? Okay. we are learning finance. Let's quantify stuff. A 10,000 rupees investment, okay, very basic, but it will get your idea clear. 10,000 rupees investment after 30 years at 15% per annum growth becomes 6 lakhs 62,000 rupees. Great. 10,000 rupees invested, okay, at 25% over 30 years. This is one time, not SIP, one time lump sum investment. 25% over 30 years becomes 80.7 lakhs. Annual growth, CAGR is nothing but, again, as I said, finance people like to make things sound complicated. Annualized percentage returns. Okay? Annually, how much money you're making? 15% versus 25%. 10% का ही difference है, correct? 6.6 lakhs, 80.7 lakhs. And I know for a fact most of you are around the 30% age mark. This is lump sum, yes. It's almost what? 14 times as much. 6.6 versus 80.7 lakhs. 14 times. Now can you understand why I'm asking you to make this 10% extra? Because you'll end up with 14 times as much. We need figures. That is why I love numbers. We need figures to contextualize stuff. Right? How much will Nirmala take? Depends. In the kind of mood she is in, she'll probably want it all. Anyways, now that is not true. Okay? This is, again, we want real value. We don't want mutual funds sahi hai, itna mein 1 crore ban jayega. That will not cut it also. Let's adjust for our 8.84% cost of living also. Your 10,000 rupees, if you adjust for inflation, will only grow to 60,000 rupees. Okay? That means if you can buy one earphone for 10,000 rupees today, your wealth will only increase by so much that after 30 years, you can only afford 6 earphones. But on the flip side, your real value for 25% growth comes to how much? It is 7.2 lakhs. Again, 14 times as much. 10,000, 7.2 lakhs. That means if today you can buy, with all your wealth, you can buy one earphone, okay, for 10,000 rupees. After 30 years, at 25%, you'll be able to buy 720 such earphones. That is the power of this 10%. That is the power of this 10%. Okay? That is why try and squeeze out 1-2% also if possible. It's going to make a world of difference. And now you might be asking, Rahul sir, understood the point. I hope all of you have understood the point, right? Yes. If you can make 1% extra, fight, arms and legs to get that 1%. If you can make 5, 10, 15, 20% more, you get the drift, right? You have to do it. There's no option. There's no other option. But how do you make such returns from trading? Okay? You will have this question also. I'm occupied with my work, my commitments. I can only trade part-time. How do I generate a 20-25 return for myself from my job, with my job rather? Okay? Fair point, right? Aditya also mentioned this. You can't moonlight. You have a fixed schedule, right? Okay? Let's do a fun exercise. Would you like to see yourself as a future stock market trader? How many of you? You don't need to know trading. And again, by trading, I mean long-term trades. That is the extent of my trading knowledge that I'll be sharing with you. Else, Pratik will teach you about trading. But at least long-term trades. How many of you would like to know how to do it? Okay? Are we excited? Let's see this together. You as a trader, I'll show you a simple strategy which you can do in your sleep. Let's do this. Introducing SpringPad's Nifty 50 rebalancing strategy to all of you. Okay? And before I get to the returns, which I know you are waiting for, let us talk about our friend Nifty 50 a bit. Okay? We all know top 50 stocks in the country and everything. But there is something else about Nifty that we need to understand. All these mutual funds, right? They have a Nifty portfolio also. Okay? Or an index fund as we call it. So they mimic the Nifty. And the other thing that we need to know about the Nifty 50 is that every 6 months it gets rebalanced. And what do I mean by that? Very simply, if a class has 100 students, okay, and your task is to choose the top 50, okay, first semester you get one result, you get the top 50 students. Next semester, is it possible that a few students will do worse, right? Get outside the top 50, and a few students will do better and come into the top 50 students ranking. We have seen this practically, right? That as kids, sometimes we rank higher, sometimes we rank lower. So similarly, every 6 months, Nifty is rebalanced. A few stocks from the Nifty 50 go out of the index, and a few stocks which were before earlier outside the index come into the Nifty 50. Very simple. Understood? What happens? What I mean by rebalancing? Perfect, great. Now, that is all you need to understand. So, when does this rebalancing happen? Every March end and September end. That is the next thing that you need to know. Twice a year, rebalancing happens. Okay? So, what happened this September? Okay? So, LTI Mindtree and Divis Laboratories were two stocks within the Nifty 50. They were kicked out of the Nifty 50, and two stocks which were earlier not a part of the Nifty 50 were introduced into the Nifty 50. What were those two stocks? Trent and Bharat Electronics. How many of you know Trent or don't know what Trent is? Those of you who said that you do not know what Trent is, do you know what Zudio is? Yes. Trent is the parent company owned by Tata, Tata company. It owns Zudio, Westside, and everything. Okay? The entire clothing lineup for Tata. Right. With that, now coming back to our mutual funds. So all these mutual funds, they try and copy the Nifty. So if Nifty is changing every 6 months, the mutual funds which have their index fund, Nifty 50 funds, they will also need to change, yes or no. If your only job is to copy and the Nifty is making changes, you will also have to copy the changes. Correct? This is what happens. Now, basic logic, again, investing, trading, not rocket science, basic logic. If stock A is removed from the Nifty 50 on a particular rebalancing and stock B replaces it, that means stock B is a part of the Nifty 50 now. These mutual funds who have massive amounts of money will do what? They will buy stock B because they need to copy. Nifty mein aa gaya. Now all these mutual funds will need to buy stock B also. Correct? Yes. And what does basic economics tells us? Basic economics tells us that if there is a lot of demand for something, demand increases, price increases. Correct? Similarly, Nifty removed stock A. All these mutual funds will sell stock A from their portfolios. Correct? What happens? Too much supply. Again, basic economics. What happens to the price of that stock? Falls. Simple. Very easy till here. Very logical. Yes or no? So now you have identified that the price of one stock is going to go up and the price of the other stock is going to go down. Your strategy is ready. Again, very simple. This is the entire premise of SpringPad's Nifty 50 rebalance strategy. Whenever rebalancing happens, you buy the stock that, how do you know this? News. Just be active, follow the news, Google it, rebalance, Nifty 50 rebalance during March and during September, you will know. And exactly on the rebalance date, whatever is happening, you do the same thing. So, what you need to do whenever rebalancing is happening, you buy the stock which is introduced into the index. As simple as that. Hold it for 1 year and then sell it. Okay? So before I show you, how many of you are excited to see the results of this simple strategy? Basically, you're taking long-term trades only twice a year. Excited? So let me give you a gist. From October 2020 to September 2024, okay, Nifty went from 11,642 to 25,810. Okay, now it has come down. So the average annual Nifty return was 22.02%, which is great. Yes or no? Good, right? 22% average from 2020 October to September 2024. Let's see how did the strategy play out. Strategies, what is the strategy's annual return? Over the same period, what is it? 42.89%. Over 4 years, you took just 11 trades. 9 trades were profitable, 2 were loss making, which is absolutely fine. If anybody is telling you I have a 100% sure shot strategy, that person is either God or, in the other case, which is most often a fraud, turn around and run away. This is absolutely great. 80% accuracy that we have observed is absolutely phenomenal. And what is the outperformance over Nifty? 20.86%. Okay, let me show you the Excel also. This is how the Excel looks like. The team will be sharing it with you as well. These were the exact dates. These stocks went out of the Nifty 50 and were replaced by these stocks. Price on replacement date, price after 1 year, and these are the returns. 2 stocks, as I mentioned, negative returns, absolutely fine. Twice you were wrong out of 11 times, absolutely fine. But look at the times that you were correct. How much profits have you made? 1 year only. Okay? 1 year. Buy, hold for 1 year, sell. That is the power. The team will be sharing this, and now you know what to do when the next rebalancing happens in March. Do all of you know that? Yes or no? In March, be active, look for the news. Whatever happens, whichever stock is introduced, stock or maybe 2 stocks, okay, you know what to do. Yes or no? Mind blowing, amazing. Yes, same thing. It is happening twice a year. So if you're buying in March, you sell it next March. When you're buying in September, you buy it next September. Sell it next September. Simple. No need to stop loss. Do you think I put stop loss? No. Very simple strategy. I believe in it. 1 or 2 times it will go wrong. Let it go wrong. Not required. Unless and until some catastrophic thing is happening in the company, not required. Okay? Now, tell me something. Now, do you think you can take long-term trades on your own? Yes or no? And I want energy in the chat. I've given you 2 ready-to-use strategies today. Now, can you take long-term trades on your own? Yes, yes, yes. I want yeses in capital. Where's the excitement? Where's the Josh? Great. And you know what? Jokes apart, okay? I just want to show you a few results of the students that we have worked with. Siddharth Singh, he is a research associate at CRISIL at the moment. He made 68% returns in 11 months in KPIT. Learned technicals a bit, did the work, and he was able to generate returns. Mahi Mehta, who is currently still a student at NMIMS, 11% in 2 weeks. Now you're saying, sir, only 11%. But boss, it is 2 weeks. 2 weeks में 11% is a lot. ठीक है? Girish ji, an elderly person, officer at Bank of Baroda, 212% return in 1 year on one particular stock. Right? Power Mech projects. So exponential money can be made in markets along with your job. The question is, do you want to make exponential returns from stock trading? I have done my bit. I have shown you that it is possible. What remains is your want and your willpower to do it. Do you have it? Do you have it? Yes or no? Perfect, perfect. And again, as I said, my job is not only to hype you up towards the right direction, it is also to keep your feet grounded, right? 90% of people who trade lose money in FNO. Again, this is FNO, but this is a generalized statement. 90% people lose money. Okay? My job is to ensure that you fall in the 10%. But what are the 10% people doing differently? How many of you would like to know what are these 10% people doing differently? Money can be made. You should always know what is good, the good and the bad. Okay? Anybody who's only telling you the good, be a little cautious of that person. But what are these 10% people, traders, doing differently? They have their own trading strategy. They have their own rule-based system for filtration and execution. They have their own risk management, right? Everything is their own. Everything is systematic. Everything helps them filter out the noise. You have seen the screener, right? What did I say? 6,000 stocks. And that screener gave you, narrowed it down to 13 stocks for you to invest in. Correct? So what is it? Is it some magic? No. It is a systematic rule-based filtration system. Correct? And that is what is these traders are doing. The 10% people who are doing stuff right. And how many of you want to now know what a rule-based trading system is? Must have discipline. Absolutely, yes. That is also true. A rule-based system actually gives that discipline to you. Okay? All of you want to know? So, as we did with the investing, right? How does trading with a rule-based system happen? You set a bunch of rules. Your system, your rules scan all stocks for you and give you a list of stocks that qualify for your based on your rules. Okay? Then you check those charts and avoid the noise. You place your trades on those stocks after manually doing your research, and then you make money. Okay? Similarly, like let's say you don't have to open 100 different stocks, look at the charts, do your own analysis on 100 stocks, and then think, oh, okay, this is the correct one to take a trade in. By the time you're done finishing looking at 100 stocks, the markets would have closed. So that is why you have your logics. Let the computers put your logic across 100 stocks within seconds and make the filtration process easier for you. That's cool. Absolutely cool. This is how it looks like. So let's say we're talking about the National Stock Exchange. Okay? There are 2,266 stocks in the National Stock Exchange. You apply one rule, it narrows down the universe to 58 stocks. Great. But again, manually you want to do 58? No. You put another rule, narrows it down to 11. Amazing, right? Can we do better? Of course, yes. You put another rule and you just have 3 stocks to look at. You're filtering, you're essentially looking at 2,266 stocks, but you're actually having to look at 3 stocks. Does that sound mind-blowing? You're saving more than 99% in terms of effort. You only have to spend 20 minutes a day, and it is an absolute money-making machine. Can I have an MB in the chat? This is how it looks like. After you apply your first rule, you get 58 stocks. As I said, this is how it is going to look like. Apply the second rule, get down to 11 stocks, apply a third layer of rules, and you are left with just three stocks. Three stocks so you can look at if we teach you how to look at. Correct? Yes or no? If I teach you how to look at three stocks, will you be looking at it 20 minutes a day? If I say that this will enable you, right? And this too you can automate. This too you can absolutely automate. Cherry on top of the cake or sone pe suhaga. And that is exactly what day 2 of the Financial Freedom Accelerator is all about. Building your own trading system like this with a 30% return back-tested strategy. Sounds great, right? How many of you are excited for this for day 2? Excited. Who's going to teach you this? I told you my extent of knowledge is long-term trading only. It is not my forte. Whose forte is it? Prateek sir, absolutely.
Hi everyone.
His mouth.
Hi everyone. How's today's session? I am glued to the screen. I'm learning so much with you guys. But like Rahul shared, tomorrow is going to be another amazing session. Whatever Rahul give you a glimpse of, we are going to do it together. We are going to handhold each and every step, build it together. So we are going to build strategy together. So super session. I'm very excited. I wish we could do it today itself, but we'll do it tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to see everyone tomorrow.
No, that's great. That's great.
Guys, how many of you are super duper excited for tomorrow's day 2 session? Like, Rahul sir gave you a glimpse of what you are going to be learning, and Prateek, like he is one of the best traders that I have known in my life. Okay, he is one of the best. So, how many of you are super duper excited to learn all of it from Prateek sir directly himself? Super duper excited, super duper great, awesome, amazing. Chalo, done. So guys, before we wrap up today's session, some very important things to do before we wrap up today's session. Okay, let's just quickly summarize. Guys, ready to quickly summarize with me whatever we have learned so far, and then we'll be moving on to the day 1 homework and then the attendance form as well. Yes. Chalo. Okay, let's quickly summarize day 1. So what are the things that we learned? We learned about asset allocation, which is one of the most important drivers for an amazing investment performance. Then we learned about the different investment options available and the best to beat the unfactored nightmare. Guys, how many of you remember what is the unfactored nightmare? What is it?
All of you should get this.
Absolutely correct. It is inflation. Then we compared the Nifty 50 versus equal allocation strategy. We learned about SpringPart's Alpha Plus investing strategy that generated 64.06% return in the last 1 year itself. Okay, then we learned about life insurance, who should be taking, why should be they taking, what are the mistakes people make, etc. Then we learned about the world of credit cards, which can actually save you at least 10% of your expenses every single month. We learned about that. Then we learned about the magic of prepayment. Okay, how to get out of debt faster. How many of you were absolutely mind blown by this magic of prepayment? MB, superb. So we learnt about that. Then we got into the right mindset for trading. Okay, Rahul also taught us about that. Then the 3 factors for future value of money: amount, time, and rate of return. And what is most important, which is the factor which is actually in your control and it's most important, it is the return, the rate of return. Then we learned about a difference, even though it seems very minimalistic, 15%, 25%, either 19-20 का फर्क है, but we saw the amount of difference it can create in a wealth creation process if you have a 25% CAGR versus a 15% CAGR. ठीक है? Then we learned the secret Nifty 50 rebalance strategy that generates 43% annual returns. Then we learned about the overview of a rule-based trading system, and we'll be getting more the magic of a rule-based trading system which can shortlist stocks for you directly. We'll be learning all about it in depth in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow what time? Tomorrow again 7 p.m. onwards we'll be having that. Okay, So before that, day two, is absolutely going to be massive. You will be learning about a stock trading strategy that generates 30% CAGR on autopilot. We'll be learning how to create your own rule-based trading system with scanners, the secret peak framework that we use to make monthly profits, and much more that will be revealed in tomorrow's live session only. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. How many of you have already booked your calendars for tomorrow 7 p.m.? Already booked? Me. Super. Amazing, guys. ठीक है. So now homework for day one, very important. What is the homework for day one? Let us do go into that. In fact, I'll be sharing you the link for the smart EMI calculator which is pending from my side. Let me share that. Okay, apply the EMI calculator and check how much of an annual prepayment for your own loan can reduce the tenure by. Okay, I've shared the link with you guys in the chat box regarding the same. Okay, then the second homework for the day, tell your family, okay, your spouse, your parents, your children about all your insurance policies and the investments you have made. Very important, guys. We need to, okay, you are someone who needs to start this financial discussions in your family, because if you don't start it, no one will. Okay, no one will. Don't keep it as a taboo topic in your household. Be someone who actually discusses finances in your family. Can I get a commitment from each and everyone present over here that you will actually start doing that today or tomorrow onwards itself? Yes, Pakka? Sure. Yes. Okay, done. So that is homework number 2. What is homework number 3? Apply for a credit card of your choice. Okay, whatever choice. I'm not trying to sell a credit card or anything. Okay, I'll give you all my team members have collated few links. Okay, we have collated few links for you. We'll be sending that to you. You can apply via those links. You can go to Google apply via those links, but having a credit card can actually save you 10% of your monthly expenses. So can I get a commitment from each and everyone that you will get a credit card for yourself? Okay, you do not need to apply via our link or anything. This is not an affiliate link, nothing like that. Okay, I think only Amex has this affiliate link because it will help you get reward points as well. This is Rahul sir's affiliate link, but if you want, you can apply on your own. You can use this link, whatever works for you.
Any other person's affiliate link, whenever you use an affiliate link for Amex, that is a referral link from any of your friends also, you get more reward points when you join it.
So that is just to help you guys, okay? And SBI cashback or Axis Atlas, whatever the case is for you, just go ahead and get a credit card. It will really help you in mitigating your monthly expenses. Okay? It will really help you in mitigating your monthly expenses. Okay? All right. Chalo. Now the final one. Tomorrow, okay, for tomorrow, I want all of you to, figure out the Nifty closing price and Nifty 100 top gainer stock before tomorrow's session. Tomorrow, we'll be discussing it as well. Okay, guys, clear? Can I get a clear in the chat box if you are absolutely clear with all the 4 homeworks?
And I just asked the team to share the screener Alpha Plus Investing and the rebalance strategy with everybody as well.
Okay, team, if you can share those screener links as well. Yeah, it's shared in the chat box, guys. You can take it from there. Okay. Now, guys, one very important thing before we wrap up today's session, it is marking our attendance for day 1. Everyone ready to mark your attendance for day 1? Everyone ready to mark your attendance for day 1? Yes? Chalo, let's do it. You can either scan this QR code or go to this link. Okay? Or go to this link. Okay? Either scan the QR code or go to this link. Type in it done once you have scanned the QR code. I'll also show you how to fill the form as well. Okay? Link shared with you guys. Type in it done once you have scanned it. Scanned, done. Okay, I'll wait for 10 more seconds. Done. Share link is already in the chat box. Okay, chalo. Let's go ahead and mark our attendance. Okay, I'll go to this link. Once I go to this link, guys, a Google form will open up. Okay, a Google form will open up. Over here, type in firstly it is the Financial Freedom Accelerator Program attendance form. Okay, we'll just submit our attendance for day one over here. Firstly, type in your name. Okay, whatever your name is, type in that. Then what is your email address? Type in your email address. Whatever your email address is, you can type in that. Then type in your phone number. Okay, whatever your phone number is, type in that. What is your age? My age is 28, so I'll write that. What is my monthly income? I'm earning more than 10 lakhs per month, so I'll type in that. But whatever your earning is, you can type that. Okay, how was your day one experience of the Financial Freedom Accelerator program? If you loved it, was amazing. Specifically, if you want to mention, let's say, if you loved the, let's say, rebalancing strategy by Rahul sir, okay, you can mention that. If you loved about how to get out of debts faster, if you loved about that, you can mention that. Whatever you liked, or if you want to just keep keep it simple, that it was nice, amazing, whatever your feedback is, you can mention that. Then what is your monthly income goal from stock market trading? I'm already earning more than 2 lakhs per month, so I'll choose that. Then if you have the opportunity to continue learning from us after the FFA program, what specific knowledge or skills would you like to gain to generate a monthly income from stock market and achieve financial independence as quickly as possible? So you can type whatever you feel is. Let's say if you want to learn more about futures and options, okay, you can mention about that. Let's say if you want to learn everything about automated trading strategies using AI, okay, there you don't have to give in a lot of time. If you want to mention about that, you can mention that. So whatever, if you want to continue your learning journey with us after the FFA program, what specific knowledge or skills would you like to gain? So once you do this, guys, click on a submit. Okay, click on the submit button. Okay, you can do this. I'm not a robot, and your form will be submitted. Okay, your form will be submitted. So type in a done once you are done submitting your form. Done.
Can we show the QR code again? I think a few people are having trouble clicking on the link. Yeah.
There is the QR code, guys. Guys, very, very important to mark your attendance. I want everyone. Okay, I want everyone to go ahead and mark your attendance. Very, very important. There would be certain surprises and everything for you guys. I want everyone to mark your attendance. Go ahead and mark your attendance. Done, 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 done.
Great, great.
Once again, guys, I'm really, really sorry about my throat. I think it might get frustrating, irritating for you the number of times I've been coughing. I'm really sorry about it.
No, but I think everybody, can we have a thank you, Aditya? Because actually, I suggested him that, he is in so much pain that we should reschedule, but he was like, no, it's such a wonderful set of audience. We need to take this session today. And so thank you, Aditya. Like, please don't.
Guys, I'm really, really grateful, Rahul sir, and to everyone typing in the thank you. I'm really grateful to all the good wishes that I'm getting. It will really help me recover fast. But once again, I'm sorry about the throat. ठीक है, guys, हो गया, scan हो गया. This attendance form is done. Okay, some people are giving me suggestions ki black salt and lemon tea, etc. Guys, I'll definitely do that. I have hot water with me. I'll keep drinking that. I'm taking medicines as well. Hopefully I'll get soon, get well very, very soon. Okay?
All right, guys, I'll be sharing the screener again. Aditya, you can share the form again for the attendance. Please ensure that you mark your attendance and also get your hands on the screener and the strategies. And yeah, if anybody is facing any issues while marking the attendance, do let us know, and the team can fix it and let you guys know.
Done. Mark the attendance, guys. Anyone remaining who has not marked their attendance?
I think a few people are not being able to click on the link, Aditya. That's what I'm.
You can simply scan the QR code in that case. Zoom, sometimes there's a restriction in clicking the link. Can't really help with that. But you can use. We cannot send the link in the WhatsApp group as well for obvious reasons, because you all are over here, and I don't want everyone to mark their attendance. So yeah.
All done. Perfect.
Done. Can we leave once we have? Yes, guys. So I think that's it for today's session. Okay. We are super duper excited to see you tomorrow, guys. What time tomorrow? What time tomorrow? For people who are saying I'm busy tomorrow, guys, then it is not for you. I have told you previously also. These are the 4 days which I could take from Rahul sir, Pratik sir. These 4 days, I want committed people. I am not looking for non-committed people. You have to be committed. Either postpone your commitments, cancel it, do whatever you have to do. But be there, attend tomorrow, and take away the learnings. These 4 days are literally gonna be life changer for you. It's going to be game changer. It's going to change your lives, and for that you will need to show your commitment. So attend it live. I don't want you all to go through recordings, because then no one goes through it. That is why I believe in only live. Okay, we believe in only live. We give live sessions in our masterclass, in our we that is what we have been sticking to, and I want everyone to adhere to that, because that is the best form of learning. It gives you the best possible experience.
And just, you are absolutely going to be mind blown day 2, day 3, day 4. If you think today was good, which I'm hoping you felt so, Aditya and I were able to do good by you. Tomorrow, day after, and the day after is going to be even better. We're going to ramp things up. So, yeah, if you found today interesting and you took something away, I tried to give you actionable takeaways, something that you can implement from today itself. Aditya gave you tools and knowledge on credit cards. You can take action on this today itself. So if you are that, person who goes ahead and does stuff, takes action, I'm sure you would have loved today. And I can vouch for it that tomorrow, day after, and Sunday is going to be even better.
Okay, guys.
So make sure you attend.
So the QR once again. Sure, I'm showing the QR once again. Here is the QR for you once again. ठीक है? Okay, done. ठीक है? Homework once again. Sure, you can take a screenshot of this as well. Okay, take a screenshot, guys. How many of you commit that you will do your homeworks before tomorrow's session? How many of you commit that? Me. Chalo, done. So please, it will not take a lot of time. I'm deliberately not given homeworks which will take you a lot of time. Given you very small homework. So just take out a few minutes and do these. It will be really helpful for you in the long run. Okay? Chalo, that's it, guys. Okay, bye.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Bye. Take care. Good night. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow 7 p.m. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Recording stop.